Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this. My name's Jay Milne. #Blue. Our sports update deliverer. The Cool.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid? You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the nasty shop.
What is happening? Welcome. It's the final live show of the week here on Edmonton Sports Talk. It is the one and only Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Benny Thomson. Reminder, Reid will be back. The return of the King is happening Monday, August 31st.
You guys have enough of me, so...
Oh, no.
Reid.
We just have the people asking more, Benny. More of Benny and that famed jump shot, which we'll get to. Have no fear. Look, we've got a great show for you this Friday. Let's get right into it, okay? This is the Bear headlines for 100.3 The Bear. Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeartRadio today. Brundon's blind rankings. Brundon. The
preview.
Yes, the chair. Brundon, would you like to tease the blind rankings that are coming up at 3:40 in any way?
Golf. I think if I say anything more than that, I will get in trouble.
Are you kidding me?
Golf.
That's what you get.
What is happening?
Is it a blind rankings or is it keep 3, cut 5?
Keep 3, cut 5.
Keep 3, cut 5.
Okay.
Brundon's, you did Brundon's blind rankings already, didn't you?
This is
This is the inaugural Brundon's.
the first one ever.
EST history.
Yep.
Will be made on this show, 3:40. You're not going to want to miss out. We've got Matthew Collar of the Purple Insider. He's going to be joining us at 4:20. We're going to talk some Minnesota Vikings. You know what? I want to know. Kyler Murray's a starter. Justin Jefferson is a superstar. Justin Jefferson has never had a quarterback that can use his legs as much as Kyler Murray. How does that impact Justin Jefferson? How does that impact this Vikings offense? We're going to find out. And then the voice of Friday Night Football on CFL on TSN. Have you heard? Dustin Nielson will be joining us here from the booth in Winnipeg. He's on the call tonight. Friday Night Football. He and Luke Wilson have the call from Princess Auto Stadium in Winnipeg. He'll be joining us at 5 o'clock. And then we're also going to talk some STs later in the day. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching us on YouTube, we appreciate you greatly. Hammer that thumbs up. Participate in the nasty chat. You don't have to be nasty. That's one way you can get a hold of us. Other than that, you can get a hold of us on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999, where Tap 25 Restaurant is 50% off the entire menu, available 7 days a week from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's the River Cree Resort and Casino. And we are coming to you live from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Good day, bad day, either way. Happy hour is on at the Canadian Brewhouse, Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m., with deals starting at $3.99. The Canadian Brewhouse, your day just got happier. All right, we were on location yesterday. We were at the Damon Bunting Charity Classic. What a day,
Yes.
what a night.
Yes.
The evening part, I know you had prior commitments, so you had to skedaddle after the show, but it was a lovely evening. Met some really cool people. Damon does such a great amount of charitable work. I believe after last night's event, he has raised over $200,000 in support of the Robin Hood Association out in Sherwood Park. Just a wonderful cause, a wonderful event. And it was a good day, right? Not too hot. And I thought the vibes were high. How are you doing, Benny?
I'm good. I had to go home, pack up for a lake night. A lake weekend.
Weekend.
Yeah, we'll get into that for Fired Up. But yeah, so I had to do some packing. Watch a couple movies.
Watched a couple movies.
Yeah, well, just in the background, and then and then I went to sleep too.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Which movies did you watch?
So, and I'll say this too. I have a firm belief now that like the reason why I didn't watch movies growing up is because I didn't have like a setup in my own room for watching movies. I always had a gaming setup.
Sure.
I've now changed my setup to where my monitor, I can turn my monitor to my bed, and I never had a speaker that connected to my PC, and I'm borrowing one from my mom right now. So I have a speaker and now like a laptop and like a monitor comes right out in front of my bed. It's awesome. So I've been meaning to watch this movie. 2 days ago, I watched Ted.
Oh, cool.
Then I
That's
watched
with the teddy bear guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Then I watched Ted 2 yesterday. Incredible. Like Ted first Ted's incredible.
Those are some of the best movies out there.
Yes. Incredible. Ted 2, not as good as Ted 1, but solid. And then I'm halfway through No Hard Feelings.
Oh, what's that?
That's Jennifer Lawrence, and she's paid by these parents to date their son.
Oh, that's rude.
And and it's
Didn't they watch Can't Buy Me Love?
I don't know, but then I'm almost done it. But like she kind of actually catches feelings for this guy. The guy's like 19, she's like 32. And it's like paid to date. It's pretty funny. I'm also a big crush on Jennifer Lawrence, so it's her like flirting with a guy a whole movie. It's pretty good. So, but yeah, so I'm like almost done that. But yeah, now I have a sweet setup in my room. Now I just chill and watch movies all the time. So I was testing that out while doing some laundry and stuff.
Can I ask how you chose Ted?
I've been seeing clips online for a while, and like I hadn't watched the movie in years, so I was like, okay, I got to remind myself. I flipped through Amazon Prime and Netflix, and nothing was really catching my eye. I'm a big comedy guy, so I was like, Ted, I need to watch Ted again. So I got to watch, and I was like, yeah,
okay,
this is yeah.
Well, I'm happy for you. You sound like it was exciting. You liked it?
Yeah, it was fun. Have you watched it at all?
No surprise.
Highly recommend. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago. Like, when's the last like modern day comedy classic? And I think that's probably the most recent one.
Really?
Like, what comedy movie has come after it? That's been like widely regarded as one of the best comedy movies.
Yeah, that's a good question. Because
we talk about it, it's not the same as it once was.
Well, and I grew up in the golden era.
Yes,
I feel of comedies. Was the mid to late 90s, early 2000s. That was when things really popped off. We've got to address, like, what was the backlash like when you got home last night from your dad?
My dad ripped me.
Just in regards to the shooting, the display or lack thereof of display in the.
Well, first of all, I went to Game 5. Let's start there.
Well, okay, I was toying with you, man. I could have put that to bed at 3.
No.
Do you think I honestly meant to win on the last shot of the fifth round? And did you see what I did immediately after I won? I turned around and hit a 35-footer. Chuff. I mean, I ain't no thing. I mean, I'll run it back with you all day long.
Don't do this.
I didn't want it to be as hard on you.
No. You were practicing during the break. You're going, wow. I don't know what's going on, Benny.
No. I realized I was shooting a foot and a half off the 3-point line, trying to help you. And then, a guy just it went the way it should have. But I'll have a rematch next year.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like I'm not a shooter, man. Like that's I've never claimed to be a shooter.
No, you sure haven't.
And so same thing for like bowling. I'm not great at bowling. And I've never claimed to be great at bowling.
Well, we're going to get Dustin Nielson's take on it because he was in the chat yesterday chirping you. You got a lot of comments on your calves. I don't know why. I mean, my
calves are small.
Those are
that to me is the craziest thing.
Maybe it was the awkward shooting form.
It had to have been
that made your calves look less impressive.
I have gotten people at public events tap me on the shoulder and go, "How do you get your calves that big?" I've had that happen before, guys. Okay, so I'm not taking any slander for my calves. You can make fun of my form on my basketball shot.
I think you have fantastic calves.
Thank you, but people are like, "Oh, you have chicken legs." Get out of here, okay?
I originally thought those were implants.
Nate the Builder says genetics. My dad loves to talk about how big his calves are.
Your dad's got big calves.
He's got big calves, and so I've that's been passed down to me.
That's about the only thing that was passed down to you. Your dad was an athlete.
He was an athlete.
I played flag football against your dad.
You did, yeah.
He was a hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
Looks like the apple fell a lot further away from the tree in this instance.
A lot of mom genes.
Well, that's okay. Yeah. Your mom a great hockey player?
She plays.
That's the only thing. Like, I got to come and watch you play hockey now.
Yeah, as I'm saying, if you were at the...
Because I got to be honest, you've let me down in pretty much every athletic endeavor other than hockey, which I have not seen.
When I was throwing the football with you last summer.
Oh.
I can run her out.
Terrible.
Come on.
It's bad.
You're playing this off.
It's bad.
This.
I put up with it for fun.
No, yeah.
I was
Okay.
just more concerned you didn't hurt yourself.
See, this is such an acting job. This is such an acting job. You know
Ben,
damn
you
well.
are a great athlete. You
you.
know what? You always try. You always show up and you try. Penner's Pancake says calves, forearms, and traps are 90% genetics.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. My forearms aren't that big, but
No, I got pencils for forearms
yeah,
myself.
me too. Like, when I do curls at the gym, they hurt.
They're good traps, though. They're good traps.
Yeah,
I got
me too.
good calves.
Me too.
I put my calves up there in a line.
No.
Brendan, how are your calves? You a calf guy?
I actually relate to Benny. I don't know if it was sarcasm or not, but I have been tapped and told that my calves are
Yes.
pretty decent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that a baseball game?
I honestly want to say I was walking around school.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, school. I was at a Riverhawks game this summer, and the guy behind me was like,
Get out of here.
I swear
This
to God.
is such
I
BS.
swear to God. The guy taps me on the shoulder. He goes, I just got a question for you, man. Like, what's up? He goes, how often do you work out your calves? And I'm like, to be honest with you, man, like once a week. That's about it. And he goes like,
Nobody, you work out your calves?
well, yeah, once a week. Calf extensions,
Stop.
man.
Calf extensions or calf raises?
Calf extensions.
Calf extensions.
Yes, there's a machine at Planet Fitness where you put your feet up.
Oh, you lost me at machine, bro.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Grow up.
Keep going. Keep digging your hole.
What? Yeah, all right, pal.
This is okay. We're having fun. It's a Friday. Send in your Benny One Trick Pony Thompson. That's a
One Trick
nickname.
Pony.
Benny Indoor Cat Thompson.
Indoor cat.
Oh, I do say that. I haven't laughed that long or that hard on air as I did yesterday. It was a fun day. And you know what? After the fact, after the tournament was all done, I emceed the event. Lovely event. Handed out prizes. Joaquin was there. We had a good time. I was giving him a hard time. Kevin Pendergast was there, who drafted Joaquin.
Right.
So I made a reference that he wouldn't be sitting there if Joaquin actually panned out.
Yeah.
Joaquin was a great guy. Joaquin is a great guy. But later last night, I don't know if anybody else noticed, but there was a partial lunar eclipse.
Yeah, I had no clue until you were telling me about this.
Yeah, I was driving home and I saw the moon, and then when I got home, there was less of the moon showing, or at least to the naked eye. So yeah, partial lunar eclipse last night. It was very cool. So we decided as a family to go over, and my mother-in-law, she built a house on our property. She's got a covered deck, like a indoor-outdoor living space deck. We turned off all the lights and we were looking at this, and it was moving and moving and moving, and more of the moon was being covered by the Earth's shadow. Very cool. And then minutes from it, getting as close as it probably could, woof, in came a cloud and just totally ruined everything. We'd been waiting there for a while. But that will lead to the off-topic topic. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know the last time I've seen a lunar eclipse or a partial lunar eclipse, but what is the coolest natural phenomenon you've witnessed with your own eyes? But Brendan, you were telling me something about happened at the old welding shop.
I did the solar eclipse, which was pretty cool, but I honestly think I want to change my answer to the Northern Lights. I'm a sucker for a good light show up there.
Yeah.
I'll go out and take pictures, and then they show up and they look like, poop. But
No, I'm about to send you my Northern Lights picture I got a couple years ago, and it was fantastic. Same thing. The Northern Lights are sweet.
unreal. The fact that those are a thing and then we get to see them
Yeah.
somewhat regularly
Yeah.
should be criminal.
I'm a sucker for the Northern Lights as well. But also, have you ever seen a meteor shower? A meteor shower?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Those are electric.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you almost have to, we're out in the country, right?
Yeah, you get a lot more than...
So it's funny.
Those normal folk.
My oldest daughter, had a friend over from her basketball team for a sleepover. So she was watching the partial lunar eclipse as well. And she said, man, there's so many stars in the country. And it's like, there's stars everywhere. However, you can't see them in the city. You honestly, it's hard to.
It is different.
Light pollution is crazy. When I first moved up here to go to Nate,
Yeah.
I couldn't actually believe the difference. And then going back home and cameras, there's still light pollution and whatnot, but
But it's pretty out there.
Yeah.
much less,
Yeah.
right? And even if you head into the country 5 minutes, like, oh, there's stars. Right. I forgot that there's stars in the sky.
Right.
But you do forget.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
And then when you get that nice night where it's not really expected, or you just see a flicker in the sky of the northern lights, I mean, they are amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for the northern lights. I think that's a good one. A good meteor shower, a shooting star,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? I think those would all be natural phenomena. Okay, this is from the lake you're going to.
Yeah. No. So this is a different lake. I have my buddy's girlfriend's lake that we go to, and then I have my other buddy's lake that we go to. It's not the one I'm going to this weekend, but this was 2 summers ago, and it was we were out late at night listening to some old rock and stuff with my buddy's girlfriend's dad and stuff. It was nice, and this was what we saw out on the lake. It was beautiful.
So that's the most picturesque spot to see Northern Lights. Because for those listening on the audio stream, by the way, thank you. If you're listening at the source, edmontonsportstalk.com, TuneIn app, iHeartRadio app, we appreciate that. And for those on podcasts, you can find us anywhere you can find your podcasts now or in the future. Hello, future. Thanks for listening. This is about as perfect of a spot because you're on a lake. So you almost get double.
Yes.
Because you get the reflection off the lake.
Yep.
And it just makes it just lights up the sky.
Oh, it was so sweet. It was so sweet.
Bronco Nick in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. He says, saw a comet about 8 years ago while walking to my car. I thought Dr. Doom was coming. Winnipeg Kev says, Benny, Elastic Arm Thompson.
Elastic Arm Thompson.
Yeah. Adam in Quebec City. Hey, glue guy. Another great exercise for calves is running downhill.
Check out.
Yeah.
Does it? Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Or wouldn't it be uphill? I would think it'd be uphill. No?
I would have thought uphill, to be honest with you.
Wouldn't that
But
be more like
uphill or downhill? I think it's just a leg workout.
Yeah.
that probably that one.
Makes sense. But yeah, that was my picture for Northern Lights. It was incredible. We stayed out of the lake for like,
What would other natural phenomenons be?
yeah.
Probably like lightning, a good lightning
Oh,
show.
and then,
I was
last
watching
night,
lightning last night.
We had lightning as well coming in from the
yeah.
west. It was a bang bang kind of night. It was
Yeah.
great.
Electricity coming from the sky.
That's
Yes.
freaky.
That shouldn't be a thing either.
Yeah.
Like that's like stop.
Yeah.
What are
But
you
also
doing that
keep
for?
going.
But also keep going. Yeah.
Just go, but stop. Stop when you get close to my house.
A funnel cloud's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tornadoes freak me out, of
Me
course,
too.
but like
Yeah,
watching the clouds spin like that and change colors,
that would be a natural phenomenon. I mean, that's
no one's doing that one.
no one's wanting that one.
Nope.
Like bring on the Northern Lights all you want.
Volcanoes?
Sure.
Seen a volcano erupt?
You saw a volcano?
No. I'm sorry.
Oh, that'd be
So that might be right up there.
Yeah, for people who have traveled. Maybe that's the case.
Thunderstorms are up there. Like last night was a booming thunderstorm.
I obviously didn't get to watch this one, but driving through on my way to Idaho,
The
what's
geysers?
the guy? I don't know if it's a guy. It's the
it the Yellowstone?
the slide.
Mudslide.
Oh, Frank Slide?
Frank Slide.
Frank
Very
Slide.
cool.
All the crushed up raw.
Yeah, Longview area.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
phenomenon, all right.
Yeah. So past my dad, I was like, oh wow.
And those videos that are
it used to
coming
be a
out
city.
out of Nepal.
Yeah, that's scary.
That is
eh?
awful. Oh my gosh. Like I thought when I first started seeing those come up, I thought that was AI.
Yeah.
That just shows you the power of
It doesn't
Mother
care.
Nature, right?
Doesn't care.
It doesn't care.
Nope.
Ugh. Send in your, sorry to be a downer, geez. Send in your, like, if you had an experience with lightning, I was at a golf course west of the city and there was a lightning strike on the first tee box while we were inside after the tournament.
Wow.
And it took a tree in half. It split it like this, like a toothpick.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and we heard it. Like it shook the building. So send in your natural phenomenons, your experience with them, whatever suits your fancy. That is sent in to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. 780-218-9999. All right, we got to get out. We've got Fired Up coming up. We've got Brundon's Blind Rankings. Of course, Jay's Play of the Day. All to come up in the next, well, before the top of the hour. But first, Brent and Eric.
Blue Jays are back on the diamond tonight as they open a series against the Mariners. Dylan Cease is on the mound for Toronto. Emerson Hancock gets the ball for Seattle. First pitch set for 5:15. Elsewhere around the majors, the Angels take on the Tigers. Washington welcomes division rival Miami. And Tampa sees San Diego. CFL Week 13 gets rolling with the Montreal Alouettes in Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers. Dustin Nielson will have the call. Kickoff set for 6:30. In Calgary, the Stampeders have ruled out Vernon Adams Jr. for tomorrow's matchup against the Ticats. That game kicks off at 1 o'clock. And in Saskatchewan, Rough Riders receiver Samuel Emilius was placed on the 6-game injured list earlier today. The second round of the Tour Championship is live from the East Lake Golf Club. Ryan Gerard has the lowest score. He's 4 under on his round, a 9 under total, tied with Victor Hovland. He's heating up through 15. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. We get fired up after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
What was your favorite thing about doing two guys and a goalie?
You know what? My favorite thing was just hanging out with you guys. And I'll say that. That's
Cash,
true.
you're going to make me cry.
No, but it's true. It's true. It's just, it was, as I said before, you know, you're hanging out with friends, you're having fun, you're talking about sports, you're meeting people where they're at, and through some crazy time, just always brought me joy.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including country music legend Lori Morgan, September 4th.
Except for Monday, which was
She's a Grammy nominee and a CMA Award winner with over a dozen top 10 hits.
part of no, don't you want?
Lori Morgan live at the River Cree September 4th. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Ben Thomson, coming to you right here from Global HQ of Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. A reminder that all of Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Visit playalberta.ca/EST for more details. It's time to get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, who've been proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years and are the authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Brendan, we've got some breaking news. Benny, what's going on?
Cale Makar, his extension has come in. Now the years are unknown at this current time.
Now, 7 would be the max?
7 would be the max, but we have the AAV, and that AAV is $20.4 million.
Are you kidding me?
For the best defenseman in the NHL, in my opinion, Cale Makar, at least top 2. But we were literally discussing
Who's
this
better
between him and Hughes. I'd take Makar still. But
I would take Makar.
Yeah.
But
Hughes is great. We were talking about it on afternoons if he was going to take a discount. And he carries himself like a guy that would. But I brought this up there too. He's just spent, I think it's 8 years. 8 years on a discount for Colorado. Being the best defenseman in the NHL, getting paid $8 million or whatever, wherever that contract is. Like, that to me is the discount already. They won a Stanley Cup. And so I'm a little bit surprised that he took this much. But does he deserve it? 100% he does. He's the best defenseman in the NHL.
So $9 million on the books for this upcoming season.
$9 million.
The extension kicks in as per Puckpedia, the 2027 season through 2035.
Oh, so this is out. So this is a 7-year deal?
This is as per Puckpedia. I haven't seen this online, Benny.
Okay, let me...
Okay, but it says he would be a UFA in 2035.
Yeah, Frank Cervelli is saying...
So that's a full 7 year.
It's an 8-year deal.
Or 8-year deal.
Oh, so you can still extend. Okay, so it is an 8-year deal.
Because it is an extension.
Yes, 8-year deal, $20.4 million. This is a record for the biggest extension in NHL history.
Wow. Now,
$163.2 million.
Would there be anybody in the, that would question this or say, ooh, that's a tough deal for the Avalanche? Or is it just, this is what you've got to do to keep the best defender in hockey in your town, in your stadium?
That one.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the way the world's going.
It's the way the cap is going.
I mean, you'd love to get him at a lower value, but...
What are you going to do, man? Like,
you're going to let him walk? You're going to trade him?
If he wants to get paid, he gets paid, man. Like, that's...
There's a handful of those guys he fits in that class.
Yep. Totally. I think there's about a group of 10 in the NHL that are like...
Blank check, man.
Yep. Whatever
so that
you
means
want.
His cap hit next season would increase from $9 million to $20 million. That's $11.4 million.
This is also a huge...
His cap hit next year is more than he's getting paid this year. Like, the addition in the cap to the Colorado Avalanche is more than he's earning this year. And looking at the Colorado Avalanche cap room, there's 404,000 right now. So they're going to have to do some fandangling.
This is fantastic news for West Coast teams. This is fantastic news. Now, obviously, in an ideal world, the best news would have been Cale Makar leaving the Colorado Avalanche, go out east. But I never saw that coming. To me, he was going to be a Colorado Avalanche. He loves it there, it seems like. But he signed pretty damn near close to the cap. Like you're saying, their cap space situation right now,
not good.
Not great. So they're going to be in a situation where they're going to have to offload some guys, or if the cap continues to rise, they're not going to be one of those teams that is able to go get that free agent to help out with some of the holes that they would have on their roster versus other teams that they have their guys locked up long term. For example, the Montreal Canadiens have nailed this to a T. They've got all their young guys on long-term contracts at low AAVs. They are going to be able to go get whatever they want free agency with the cap going up, and they have all their guys locked up on ridiculous deals. So Colorado, they get Cale Makar for 8 years. Fantastic. They're paying him what he's deserved. Problem is that their cap space is going to be pretty tight for the next little while.
Nathan McKinnon's locked up till
12.6. Yeah.
12.6.
Yeah.
Martin Necas is locked up 11.5. Between McKinnon, Necas, and Cale Makar, $44 million, guys.
Yep.
No, the big three. What's Mikko Rantanen thinking right now?
That's
would
the thing with him, man.
Now they do have
a lot of their with him trying to make 12.5 in Colorado,
and you double it up.
Yeah,
like they've done well defensively with their signings. Devon Taves is locked up. Yep. Malinsky's locked up. Brett Kulak is locked up. They don't have to worry about a lot of these guys till 2030. The only UFA they have coming on the books is not till 2028, and that's Josh Manson. Right, so they've done a good job there. But is this? But and I get it. The cap's going up.
This team's aging though. Like they don't have a whole lot of young guys necessarily. Makar's still youngish. Sam Malinsky's young.
Yeah, Makar's 27. I mean, he's got an 8-year deal that's going to take him right into the. That's about closing time. So is this a deal? Let me ask you this, Ben. Yeah. Is this a deal that sees Cale Makar stay as a Colorado Avalanche member of the team until he signs off?
He's done. He will retire Colorado unless things go sideways. He's a guy. There would be no reason for him to leave. I love this question that Petter Pancakes brought. Bush at 10.5 for 3 more years, or Cale Makar at 20 point something for 8.
Well, the long term,
you proposed the question.
The term of Cale Makar's deal is the strength of it.
Of course.
Is that you've locked him up for 8 years. This is where he's going to end his career.
And that's why Bush signed that 4-year deal.
Yeah.
And Bush is not.
He will cash.
Yeah.
He will cash. Yeah.
But is this, and I get it, the cap is going up. Okay. What is it going to cap out at? 115 or 116 projected?
It's going towards that direction.
But still, a third of that is taken up with 3 players. Right now, it's almost half taken up with 3 players.
Which is why
is that going to ultimately hurt the Colorado Avalanche down the road? Is having this much money tied up in aging assets?
Yeah. Yes and no. Yeah, I think he's tied up.
You just got to think about now, right?
You have to do it. Like
you have to do it.
You simply have to. Like it's completely up to the player. I mean, we're talking about it, and I'm sure we'll break it down a little bit more later with Connor Hellebuyck. Like does he deserve to have the keys to Winnipeg and be able to dictate what he gets to do here? Right? Does he deserve it? Cale Makar is one of the guys that he deserves it.
To clarify, that new adjustment on the CBA with 7-year extensions doesn't kick in. Hans Shorkoff said they can do 8-year deals until September 15th.
Yeah. So, okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, and so this is another point, and I'll get to yours, Gord, here in a second in the Ask Chat. This contract, again, it's different structure, and I totally get it. Also signed at a different time, but it just shows how much that Connor McDavid contract here was just an absolute, it just shows the character of Connor McDavid.
Or does it say, look, I know the cap's going up.
No, totally.
And I'm going to cash in. Don't you worry.
But again, though, he could have signed a 3-year deal for $18 million then. Instead, he took what? He took $5.5 million less.
Yeah, and is Connor McDavid ever going to take the bank? Is he going to take the whole deal?
So that's what Gordon has asked. Connor will sign another 2-year at $15 million per when his deal is up. Mark my words. The $20 million barrier is now broken, and Connor endorsements are big anyway. He wants some rising cap that he didn't get before. Listen, I agree with Gordon. I don't think he's going to take 12.5 again, but Connor has already shown that he doesn't cash it. Now, who knows? The Oilers win a Stanley Cup. Does that change it? Who knows? If the Oilers don't win a Stanley Cup, is he signing that contract in Edmonton? Who knows? But that to me, it just these contracts are coming out. It just highlights even more the fact that the day that Connor McDavid signed that contract here was a ridiculously fantastic day for Oilers fans and just the overall people working for the Oilers.
Did Sidney Crosby ever take the bag?
No, well, he's a
psychopath.
He's a psychopath. Like that's the difference.
He's been making 8.7 since his
entire
rookie
career.
deal.
Yeah, like that. Like that's also just that's the way Sid is. But also at the same time, Sid came in at a time where the cap didn't really rise that much during his playing time.
That's a fair point.
Like the players are in this era now where the NHL is growing so much and the cap space is going up by so much. They get to be able to go, okay, I can really take the bag here. Because listen, like Crosby when he was playing, I'd have to look this up, but the max salary for Crosby when he was in his peak years of signing contracts, I'd imagine the highest he can get paid was $10 million. I know Malkin took like 9 something. what's the difference between 10 million and 8.7? A decent amount, but you wanted to be a captain, leader, take a little bit less, and it's not that crazy of a number. If Connor McDavid took 12.5 when he could have signed for 19 or 18 or whatever it was. And again, I imagine he's probably going to do the same on this next contract, where the cap space or the cap limit is going to be at 21 something or whatever it is, and he'll take 15 or whatever. Like that's a large enough difference to be like, wow.
The first thing that kind of came to mind with me is okay, he's worth that money. Cale Makar is something special.
Mm-hmm.
However, you look at a player like Evan Bouchard. Starting from the 2021 season, 81 games played, 82 games played, 81, 82, 82. That guy does not miss games. That's Evan Bouchard.
Yep.
Cale Makar, since the same timeline, 77 games, 60 games, 77, 80, 75.
Yep. No, there's that too.
He's had injuries last year that he kept him out of the playoffs as well. Now, I'm not saying that he's injury prone, but if you compare Cale Makar and Evan Bouchard, one's got more of an Ironman, I guess, worthiness to him, and that's Evan Bouchard.
Yep. No, it's true. Best ability is availability. That's the saying. I like that plays a role in it too. Still though, I think I'm pretty sure from my understanding, Makar's injuries have been kind of fluky, and like they're not like ones where you'd worry about his health long term. But it's been nice that Bouchard has been able to stay healthy, 100%.
Ooh, Matt at the Garrison bringing in some cloudy weather on a day that's very nice and sunshiny out. He says Connor's contract is also tradable. Most teams could afford that.
Well, that too.
True.
Well, that too. Yep, totally.
Looping back to Crosby though, when he signed his 8.7, right after his rookie deal, that was 15.3% of the cap.
Right. Okay? And so that's close. That was
Cale Makar's, when that kicks in, 27-28 is what we decided.
Yeah.
That's going to be 17.9% of the cap. The difference is about 2.6%.
Yeah.
It's not a big difference.
It is percent of the cap.
Maybe none of us are really used to the cap
the
increases
way it's
that are happening
that way, right?
And how that affects these contracts. But that barrier's been broke.
Yes.
20 million. It's over.
Penner's asked I'm taking $10.5 million Bouch over 20.4 Makar, 24.4 million Makar. Simple. Yes, Bouch makes you want to punch the TV, but his playoff numbers don't lie, and he is an 80-point D-man.
Well, Makar makes screw-ups too, right?
Yeah.
You watch him try and flip a puck out of the zone, it lands in the slot. That's the nature of having the puck on your stick for majority of a game.
And it's,
I remember a specific game last year. The Oilers were playing the Avalanche, and Cale Makar gave up a saucy one right in front, and the Oilers buried it.
It happens.
And we talked about that the next game. It's like if this happened in Edmonton, it would be
burn it down.
But it happens to Cale Makar. It happens. Even the best players don't make mistakes.
Right.
Well, they do. That's an interesting one, and it's funny how the immediate reaction is to try and relate that to somebody that's here in Edmonton, and the closest person to that would be Evan Bouchard. Who is under contract for the next 3 seasons, $10.5 million.
Looks like a bargain.
It looks like a bargain, and it's hilarious how
when that deal came out, guys, did anybody suggest that it wasn't a fair deal? Was there anybody that was screaming from the rooftop saying the Oilers got fleeced?
I think I heard every possible answer ever to that contract. I think I heard
he
it's
is
a steal.
Polarizing player.
I think I heard it's a steal. I think it's an overpay. I think it's properly. I heard everything. It all depends on how highly you think of Evan Bouchard. And for me personally, I look at him as a top 10 defenseman in the NHL. And so at the time, $10.5 million made sense. It wasn't long term. It was a bridge deal. 4-year deal. He's going to want to capitalize. I can only imagine. I mean, 3 years from now, what the cap's going to look like. I'd imagine Bouchard will cash in for an $18, $19, $20 million contract probably at that time, and some people will lose their mind on that. But that's just the way the cap's going.
Okay, Maximili, would you rather have Bouch and Nurse or Makar for the same price? When you put it like that.
Well, when you put it like that, yes, but
I'd probably still have Makar.
well, yes. Well, because it depends on how highly you think of Nurse.
Very interesting. We're going to keep talking about this, obviously, throughout the show. We've got to get out. We've got Brundon's Blind Rankings coming up. A reminder, portions of this hour are brought to you by the Edmonton Elks and the Double E Labor Day bus hosted by Edmonton Sports Talk. Go to goelks.com/Labor Day bus or simply Google Labor Day bus or go to edmontonsportstalk.com, click on Labor Day bus. You'll get there. So here's what's happening. Monday, September 7th, 2 buses are departing from Commonwealth Stadium, taking you down to McMahon for the Battle of Alberta. You get transport to and from Calgary on a coach bus, 2 beverages on the way down, as well as a pizza meal on the bus ride home. These are going for $160 plus GST. However, use promo code EST Labor Day and save $15 off your ticket. That's EST Labor Day. Check it out. The Labor Day bus presented by the Edmonton Elks, hosted by Edmonton Sports Talk. All right, we've got Brundon's Blind Rankings, Jay's Play of the Day, the Oil Understood, and a huge blockbuster deal coming on a Friday afternoon here in Edmonton involving Cale Makar. We're going to keep talking about that, plus more. Brundon, take it away.
Cale Makar has signed the largest extension in NHL history. The 8-year deal carries a $20.4 million AAV, $163.2 million in total. The Jays are back on the diamond tonight as they open a series against the Mariners. Dylan Cease is on the mound for Toronto. Emerson Hancock gets the ball for Seattle. First pitch at 5:15. Elsewhere around the majors, the Angels take on the Tigers. Washington welcomes division rival Miami. And Tampa sees San Diego. Over to the CFL, Week 13 gets rolling tonight with the Montreal Alouettes in Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers. Dustin Nielson will have the call with kickoff set for 6:30. In Calgary, Stampeders have ruled out Vernon Adams Jr. for tomorrow's matchup against the Ticats. That game kicks off at 1 o'clock. And the second round of the Tour Championship is live from the East Lake Golf Club. Ryan Gerard shoots back-to-back 65, sitting in a solo lead at 10 under. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid has a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. At Say the Reid Sport Medicine, get the same locker room approach trusted by the best in the game. Call 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. I get to do some blind rankings after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
This is bad news. It's not good. Oilers forwards Matthias Janmark, Matt Savoy, along with defenseman Alec Regula and goaltender Freddie Anderson will not participate in next month's training camp. You know, there's some positive ways you could look at this. Devin Levi, does he get in there? And then all of a sudden, does he steal the crease from Tristan Jarry? Does Ike Howard, does he get to the top 6?
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Back to school? Really?
Yay! Really. As things settle back into a school routine in your home, you may need extra space. Sentinel Storage is here to help with a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including country music legend Lori Morgan, September 4th.
Except for Monday, which was...
She's a Grammy nominee and a CMA Award winner with over a dozen top 10 hits.
Part of no, don't you want...
Lori Morgan live at the River Cree, September 4th. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Well, big news. If you didn't hear it, Cale Makar has signed an extension with the Colorado Avalanche that will pay him, not this season. He'll still be making a paltry $9 million this season. But at the 2027 season is when this kicks in. It's an 8-year deal with an AAV of $20.4 million. Ladies and gentlemen, the $20 million mark has been breached. Benny made a great topic for discussion, which we'll get to probably in the next segment for the Oil Understood. Okay. We were going to talk about Connor Hellebuyck, but we've beaten that horse dead enough already. So let's talk about something that's happening right now. And you're saying, what are you teasing about a potential another deal that might be in place that might affect the other defensemen?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, the two guys that the two leading guys and defensemen are Quinn Hughes and Cale Makar. Quinn Hughes has extension to discuss with the Minnesota Wild. So what does this mean for him?
Money.
Should if it's in Minnesota. That's
a big if.
That's another thing too. So.
That's a big if. All right, it is time to get to Brundon's.
Heck yeah.
Blind rankings. That's for the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club, where golf intertwines with the historic valor of the Canadian Armed Forces. Memberships available at egmgolf.com. Brundon, let's play your music.
Brundon's blind ranks.
We'll have to just dub it like horrifically over that.
Yes.
We'll have Brundon have his own. Okay, so what are we doing? Are we doing blind rankings, or is this keep 3, cut 5?
Keep 3, cut 5.
And all I was told was golf.
Maddie figured that if we tried to tease it too much, it would give it away. Given the Tour Championship, I've been reading about it. I thought, let's go the last 10 winners. He went, no. Dream foursome.
Oh.
So one of the players is us.
Yes. It's you plus 3 others, and then we're going to cut 5.
Okay. You sneaky little devil, you.
Okay.
I like this. So Benny and I are doing our own lists.
Yeah.
Keep 3, cut 5. This is a dream foursome.
Yes.
So I'm choosing the other 3 golfers that I would consider my dream foursome.
Yes.
However, I don't know what's coming down the pipe.
I'll give you current golfers. Right?
Okay.
We don't have any.
Okay.
They're pros. We don't have any celebrities, and it's not any Jack Nicklaus.
What are the odds?
What about John Daly?
What would you give if you were to put this line on Play Alberta that Bryson DeChambeau is on this list?
I guarantee you he's on here.
I'd say minus 450.
I don't know.
I'd be stunned if Bryson DeChambeau
I would have a debate about it.
Is not on this.
Okay.
You want who's first here?
Let's do it.
Go.
Max Homa.
Oh, I love Max Homa. Max Homa is a big friend of the what's that show? Yeah. The Barstool, the Yak.
Sure.
Yeah,
he's been on there. He is he's just one of the boys.
He is one of the boys.
So
have you ever seen his Twitter? Come across that?
Yeah. And then he's pretty funny, right?
He is very funny.
And he was the guy that they would yell things in his backswing at a certain point. And Max Homa is definitely just a dude that's really good at golf. I'm absolutely including / keeping Max Homa on my cut or keep.
I think that's a great call.
You wouldn't know it, but the guy is funny.
Mm-hmm. Very funny. That's who I want in my cart. Tell me some jokes, man.
Yeah.
Tell me some jokes.
Like he might,
after I shank my drive.
Actually,
you need someone to bring you up. Yes.
I think they were yelling like spaghetti and meatballs during his backswing or something.
Mashed potatoes
or mashed potatoes. Yeah,
that's a good one.
I'm keeping Max Homa 100%.
I have guys off the top of my head that I think I'm holding out here for. I'll cut him.
Ooh, big cut.
I'll cut him.
Okay, player number 2. Nelly Corda.
Doesn't move the needle enough for me.
All right.
I don't know enough, right? So if I don't know enough, that means I'm a little tentative and maybe I'm not going to dive right in. So I'm gonna cut. How do you spell the last name?
Korda.
Cutting.
I'd like to go with Brooke. So I'll cut Nelly as well.
Hey, everybody's favorite, Patrick Cantley.
Is he everybody's favorite?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Is this just going to get worse?
Is he not the guy that always takes a minute and a half to have a swing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and that's the worst.
The
too.
worst.
That's the worst in golf. Take your damn swing, man. Let's go. Get things
hurry
going. 3 straight cuts for me. This is getting interesting.
Yeah, you are up against the wall, and now you're thinking of taking Patrick Cantley. Patrick Cantley has his own website.
Go figure.
Does he?
And it looks about what you'd expect. Look at me. Hi, I'm Patrick Cantley.
Yeah, I'm cutting.
Nice to meet me.
I'm cutting. That's 3 straight cuts for me.
I'm cutting Patrick Cantley.
I'm holding out, man. I'm holding out. If this just gets worse and worse,
You're screwed.
Yeah.
Mr. Puma, Ricky Fowler.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ricky Fowler, I think was he an Oklahoma State golfer? He seems like one of the boys.
He also seems like one of the boys.
Yes.
You know, I would encourage him to keep his hair short. I like it better like that.
I encourage him in orange.
I want orange. I want Ricky Fowler in orange.
100%.
I want Ricky Fowler in a white shirt and orange pants.
Yep.
That's what I want Ricky Fowler in. Yeah, I'm keeping Ricky
good
Fowler.
Old Ricky. Even old Ricky looks like an old Justin Bieber. The way the hair
He looks
comes
like
out.
that one actor. This is bad. Next is
that one actor.
That one actor.
The one guy. You know, he looks like that guy.
Right.
Old.
That guy.
Like what era are you thinking?
No.
I know. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. I just don't want to be wrong. I just want to say.
I think he was a young child, like a child actor, and then he
Macaulay Culkin.
No. Ricky. He looks like Ricky Fowler.
Zac Efron.
Okay,
so I didn't know. Yeah. That is High School Musical type.
Yeah, he looks like Zac Efron.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
Zac Efron.
Yeah.
I'm keeping Ricky Fowler 100%. Dude's a dude.
So you got 2 keeps. I have 1.
Yeah. That's so funny. Old Gil says Patrick Cantley's website probably takes 4 minutes to load.
That is good.
Moving over to Dustin Johnson.
Oh.
I don't know if I want to party that hard.
Yeah, you would get into some trouble.
Yeah. Might be snowing on the course there. I'm going to cut DJ.
All that live money.
Yeah. I don't want it. I don't want to see it. You disgust me. Right. Although he might have a... No, Dustin Johnson doesn't disgust me. I mean, everybody likes to say, oh, they took the money, they took the bag. Like, yeah, you might too.
If you were faced with that much money, like me.
I just never... I thought he was always too cool for school. Like, he had that... Remember his walk? Because he's so tall. And his
RBC commercials.
Yeah.
Remember those?
I never saw enough of the real Dustin Johnson. You know what I mean? Like, you never got to see who's really there, right? I didn't see that anyways. Like, Ricky Fowler was on that show.
Right. But I think DJ is probably just DJ. Like, I think what you see is probably what you get.
Yeah. He might just be DJ.
Yeah,
like, that might be all that's there.
I'm having a really hard time with
I don't know that he moves the needle for me. I'm cutting Dustin Johnson.
Well, I mean, the tie-in to...
Well, you just want it for the Gretzky hang.
Yeah.
And you just want it for Paulina. Like, maybe she'd pick him up. Maybe she'd drop him off.
Right.
That's what you're thinking.
A quick glimpse. Hello, Paulina. I will...
You only have 1 keep, right?
Yeah. I could do this if I want to. I'm going to cut. I might regret that.
Mick Diesel said, speaking of Dustin, where is that CFL play calling machine anyhow? Well, he'll be right on the show coming up in about an hour and 4 minutes. He is in Winnipeg to call Friday Night Football as the Alouettes visit the Blue Bombers. Brandon, I've kept 2. I've cut 3. You've now kept 2?
I've kept 1.
Are you okay? So you cut DJ as well.
I cut DJ.
So you have to keep 2 of the next 3.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Brooke Henderson.
There we go. Yep. I will be keeping Brooke Henderson.
You know, I don't want to have to cut the last 2. This is a real quandary I've put myself in. So I'm also thinking, I think Brooke Henderson would fit into the group nicely. I do want to golf with a professional female golfer just to see.
Yeah.
But you're going to do something stupid at the end that's going to totally foil all my actions. Sorry, I shouldn't have said stupid. Really smart.
Maddie helped. We can pass the blame off there too.
Yeah.
The guy's a pro. You should have seen the sparkle in his eye making this list with me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. This is right in his wheelhouse.
Oh yeah.
You know, for
he
Maddie's
probably gave
sake,
predictions to what I kept and what he kept. Because that's what
we had an idea.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to keep Brooke Henderson, and now I've decided to cut the remaining 2. I feel good about my keep group, though. I've got Max Homa, Ricky Fowler, and Brooke Henderson.
Yep.
Now, Bryson's coming up. I bet Bryson must be in the hole here, Benny.
Right now, have him.
Yeah, that's it?
Bryson, next on the list.
See, I would have kept Bryson for the stories. I want to hear, like, his stories, because that guy, love him or hate him, he's entertaining.
Well, it's crazy the flips he's had in his career, where like the best thing that he kind of ever did was go to live and get out of the public eye of the PGA,
and then his social media side of things took off.
And next thing you know,
he's hitting the balls over glass houses and making holes in ones, and he's hitting off the roof of the.
He's
Jasper
everybody's
Park
favorite
Lodge.
golfer.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, sure,
okay?
but then
he's he's added his political perspective to his platform, which really divides a lot of people.
Oh, for sure.
I think he'd be entertaining.
Totally. And like from a guy that like doesn't follow too much of like the golf majors, I watch his YouTube stuff and I've always been like, wow, this guy's hated.
I want to hold his pitching wedge.
Yeah.
And I want to hold his 9-iron and I want to hold his driver.
Yeah, you do.
Because they're all the same length.
Guy's also a psycho.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big time.
The way his form is and everything is golf is like the straight arms.
But something
like
about that's attractive for one round.
Yeah.
Yep.
For one round. I unfortunately have to cut him, and I'm not. Okay, we'll continue. You're keeping, or I guess this would be your last cut.
It's just like who would I want? Oh, okay. If it's Rory. And I wish I would have kept both, because then I just want to see the beef between the two go at it. Rory would be an interesting one. I mean, obviously
Rory's great just because you get the accent.
Yes, of course.
I mean, if you can golf with anybody with an accent.
I mean, I guess if we're counting this guy, Tiger.
Is he still an active golfer?
He was on the list.
He's not
on my list.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not giving that away, but when we were scrolling through PGA and Live golfers.
Yeah, he's still technically a current golfer, so that the stories for Tiger would be ridiculous. Who else would I want? You know what? I'll keep Bryson DeChambeau.
Okay.
Which means I'm cutting the final one.
I think you're going to be thrilled with it. Patrick Reid was the last name on the list.
Oh,
let's go. I'm happy. I'm happy. Seems like a decent dude, but I'm happy with my 3.
I think you guys both smashed it.
Yeah.
I think we did pretty good.
I got Ricky, Brooke, and Bryson DeChambeau. That's a pretty damn good foursome.
I would have liked to golf with Patrick Reid just so I could punch his fat face. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I would just be like, come on,
Not
let's
a
go
fan,
golf.
eh?
Let's go find your ball, you cheating SOB. Whammo! I can't stand Patrick Reid. He's the most smug. Oh, Patrick Reid. I'm glad. I'm happy with my list. Max Homa, Ricky Fowler, Brooke Henderson. What a time. I bet you one of them would buy lunch after.
Yep.
You would hope.
I would.
You would think.
I would.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
So Kayberg in the chat and Brendan in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. He has made a blind ranking song for you. We're going to have to check it out during the break. Make sure it's radio edited.
Yes.
And then we'll come back right after the break. We've got Jay's play of the day and then the oil understood for GCL Diesel. We've got to keep hammering away on this news about this Cale Makar extension and what that means for another prominent NHL defenseman. But first, Brendan, take it away.
The Lock Shop.
I mean, the bottom line is Kevin Cheveldae works for the Winnipeg Jets. He's not Hellebuyck's agent. People talk about, oh, this ramps up the public pressure. Like, I don't know what it's like in other markets, but I'll tell you straight up, the pressure in Winnipeg is not to just get rid of him. It's to facilitate a trade that helps the Winnipeg Jets. I mean, the bottom line is it doesn't really matter why. He's requested a trade.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
The second half is yours. Bring the energy and lock in your seat with our new 5-game season pass, because the best way to experience Elks football is being there when it happens. For every tackle, every catch, every touchdown. Plus, every pass comes with a $25 voucher, so you're covered before you even take your seat. Half season, full energy. Get your season pass at goelks.com. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Cale Makar has signed the largest extension in NHL history. The 8-year deal carries a $20.4 million AAV, $163.2 million in total. Blue Jays are back on the diamond tonight as they open a series against the Mariners. Dylan Cease toes the rubber for Toronto, and Emerson Hancock is on the bump for Seattle. First pitch set for 5:15. Elsewhere around the majors, the Angels take on the Tigers. Washington welcomes Miami, and Tampa Bay sees San Diego. CFL Week 13 gets rolling tonight with the Montreal Alouettes in Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers. Dustin Nielson will have the call with kickoff set for 6:30. In Calgary, the Stampeders have ruled out Vernon Adams Jr. for tomorrow's matchup against the Tiger Cats. That one kicks off at 1 o'clock. And in Saskatchewan, Riders receiver Samuel Emilius was placed on the 6-game injured list earlier today. The second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show kicks off right now.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show this Friday, August 28th, here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. My name's Jay Milne, alongside my co-pilot all week, has been filling in for the one and only Reid Wilkins. That is Benny Thomson, who's been doing a phenomenal job, I must say.
Thank you.
Fantastic. We've learned that we do things, we've almost begun to finish each other's sentences.
Yes.
It is weird. I think we became friends.
Yeah.
Maybe best friends.
Maybe.
We'll see. Reid might have some. K-Berg in the chat said that he texted us in a song for Brundon's Blind Rankings. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the world premiere of, what did he call it? The 5 slot.
The 5 slot.
Give her.
Took the 5 slot, sealed my fate. Now it's way too late. Gotta lock it in before I see the coming tragedy. Blind rankings got me in a sweat, a choice that I'll regret. It's Brundon's Blind Rankings. Yeah, Brundon's Blind Rankings.
I mean, that's fantastic. Well done, Winnipeg Kev. We appreciate that. Brundon, you're going to want to store that in the bank so you can pull that out whenever you need it. I mean, that is elite.
That feels famous right there.
Yeah. I know. When Hot Tub Peekaboo came out, I felt like I was a Grammy Award winning artist. It was fantastic. It was a big day. So congrats. You've popped your song Cherry.
And thank you to Kev for sending that
Winnipeg
over.
Kev, K-Berg. Well done. Brundon's Blind Rankings.
That's incredible.
That's really good. We've got another song to sing. Brundon, play my music.
It's Jay. It's Jay.
No. Take the song back.
It's today. It's
It's gone to his head.
play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 years of age or older to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. And with that, we are going to Friday Night Football. We're going to see what Dusty thinks of Jay's play of the day. It is Winnipeg Blue Bombers. I got this at a plus 7.5.
Ooh.
Okay, so Winnipeg can lose by a touchdown, and this still covers.
Still covers.
I just look what I saw from Winnipeg before they completely the bed last week here in Edmonton. That was a good team. If they can put that together for 3 quarters, heck, 4 quarters, this is going to be a close game. And Winnipeg, truthfully, is fighting for their playoff lives. They are currently in a crossover position. If they could pull one over on the Montreal Alouettes, who are breaking records, that would be shocking. However, I'm not sure they can win. I think they'll keep it close. So Winnipeg plus 7.5 and over 60.5 total points. Okay, so a high-scoring game.
High-scoring game, but close.
High-scoring game, yes, but close at Mosaic Field out in Regina. That is boosted to Mosaic Field in Regina. Princess Auto Stadium in Winnipeg. Beautiful stadium, by the way. That's been boosted to plus 265. Okay, so go to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials. You'll see Jay's play of the day. All right, it's time to get to the Oil Understood, which is brought to you by GCL Diesel. Providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. And now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. Have them turbo your crank. Or
crank your turbo,
boost, have them clean your injectors.
Yeah.
Yes. GCL Diesel. Understood. All right, we've got to keep talking about this. I mean, is this a groundbreaking deal in the NHL?
Yep.
I mean,
I'd say so.
I'd say so. 20 million has been breached. For those that did not hear, Cale Makar has signed an extension with the Colorado Avalanche that will kick in not this season, but the 2027 season and will last for 8 years at an AAV. Are you ready for this? $20.4 million. Woo! Now, we've had some real, Gord Mamer in the chat. He's been doing the Lord's work in there.
The Lord's.
He says, I'm still shocked by this. 14 prime years of Makar will bring him $218 million. 15 prime years of McKinnon will bring him $145 million.
Yep.
He says his agent has some splaining to do.
Or McKinnon chose this way. I don't know, man. Either way, yeah. McKinnon has left a lot of money on the table.
Well, and for those wondering, McKinnon is wrapped up until 2031, of which he'll be 36 years old.
And then the contract before was a $6 million per year deal.
Right.
So he went from $6 million to 12.6, which is a solid jump. And at the time when he signed that contract, he was the highest paid player in the NHL for a little bit.
Do you think the friendship and relationship with Sidney Crosby has helped him navigate his contract?
Probably.
Because it's not an agent thing. Like
No.
Gord, I understand what you're saying, but the agent wouldn't have been, oh, they got one over the agent.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Colorado, I guarantee you, blank checked McKinnon. And McKinnon's like, hey, you know what? How about I be the highest paid player in the NHL, but by 0.1?
Or Nathan McKinnon could just hold out.
Right.
And say, screw this. I'm not playing until you pay me more.
Right.
And guess what? He'd be paid more.
Right. I think
Not that kind of person,
if
maybe?
he really wanted to capitalize on all the money, though, he would have signed a 4-year deal at 12.6. And then his contract would be coming up right now, and he'd go sign for what Makar just signed. Imagine if McKinnon's contract was coming up here, and Makar just signed that, and now McKinnon's now got to get his payday. Yeah, it would have been insane. But left a lot of money on the table, which I guess allowed them to sign Makar to what he's worth. So that's, it's interesting, man. It's interesting. I'm.
If you're Nathan McKinnon, are you pissed off at Cale Makar? Do you care? Or are you happy?
Go get your bag,
Get
dude.
your bag.
Yeah, go get paid. It's the GM's job to find the steals around you guys.
But is that not cutting the legs out a bit from their chance to go out and acquire other talent?
Yeah, and was it Nate Dogg that said that only taking less works if everybody does it?
Everybody does it, yeah.
So if there is a guy, that could be the guy.
Yeah, totally.
But at the same time, pro athletes have so long, right?
Yeah.
Like we say it all the time.
Go get your money, man.
Go get your money, man.
Go do it.
How can you blame somebody
for that?
for that?
But I honestly don't think Connor McDavid will ever go get his money.
You don't think?
I don't. I don't
What happens
think
if the Oilers
so.
win a Stanley Cup?
Then he might stay here for the same damn price, Benny.
Yeah, no, it's
like I think he's already proven he's not doing this for, hey, I got to be the most paid guys. This isn't Jameer Gibbs and Bijan Robinson who are having a pissing match for $250,000.
Or the left tackles, was it Silverback? Trent, out in San Francisco, they got paid an extra $2 or something.
That's some people that doesn't apply to.
Right.
I mean, what did Macklin Celebrini come out and say today?
He left money on the table.
He left money on the table with the.
He technically did.
Well, sure he did.
But he did get paid.
Yeah.
But he did get paid.
Highest paid player in the league for what?
For a couple months there. Yeah, for a month maybe. Yeah.
So I don't look, everybody's to each their own. Right?
Right.
Cale Makar might have a different camp in his corner that is suggesting, hey, we got to get this bag. You deserve it. I have not seen one comment that would say, ugh, that was an obscene overpay. The only thing now is it's putting in perspective is how underpaid Nathan McKinnon is.
Yep, totally.
And some of the other superstars in the NHL. Well, yeah. I mean,
well, there's that too. I'm just so curious what this does for Quinn Hughes, man. You got to think Quinn Hughes is going, hey, well, that guy's getting paid that. He just signed. What about me? Because there's the debate for
Quinn Hughes is a UFA next year, so he can extend now.
He can extend now,
right? He's currently making $7.85 million.
From everything I've been seeing from Friedman's comments, has been saying like they were confident they were gonna get it done, and they were gonna discuss over the summer, and then like that happened, and Friedman's going like, I'm surprised it hasn't gotten done yet, and there's some stuff. I think some people are starting to get a little worried out in Minnesota because when he was first traded there, it was sounding like he made it very clear that his intention was to re-sign.
Yeah, but when did Connor extend last year?
Right before the start of the season.
Right. It wasn't till everybody was saying, well, this is the window where you normally would, and now it's past that. Oh God, what's happening? And then Connor extended for 2 years.
Yep.
Team friendly deal to say, hey, let's try get this the right pieces.
And how that contract came up, there was no negotiation. It was like Stan Lary talked about it, just like he's like, you got a call from his agent. Agent goes, hey, Connor's ready to sign here. And Stan goes, okay, what's he signing for? Like that's how the conversation went.
Check. What number would you like?
Yeah, what's the terms here? And the agent said 2 years, 12.5.
But do you see that happening with Quinn Hughes, or do you think there's underlying circumstances, aka his brother in New Jersey? There's always been that link.
Yep.
Does Quinn Hughes just say, no, I'm going to stay the course and test free agency, and boom, he'll be in New Jersey?
Off.
No, and you're already paying Kaprizov too.
Now, because Quinn Hughes,
like they have a different situation where Quinn Hughes might not fit into that 3,
right?
40%.
And Quinn Hughes has no loyalty to Minnesota.
No,
right?
Like right initially, he said, "Hey, like I appreciate Guerin for giving up assets. I won't forget that."
Yeah,
so easy to say.
Oh yeah, of course.
And it's the right thing to say.
It's the right thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what he does. I think he'll stay there. Like they got a lot of American guys on that team: Brock Faber, Matt Boldy. Obviously you have Kaprizov still doing his thing there. They have a good team. And I don't know. I think it'll get done. But I think it's definitely enticing for him to possibly go.
Not long term, though.
Not long term, you don't think?
I don't see Quinn Hughes.
3-year deal?
I don't know how many more 7-year deals.
Yeah.
Like,
unless he wants to take advantage of this window, which is closing in 18 days, of signing an 8-year extension as opposed to 7-year.
Yeah.
If you're really concerned about that, then okay, you're taking the max term.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about Quinn Hughes and the Minnesota Wild just has never jived with me. I'm not sure that would be a give me the bag and I'll stay here for 8 years.
Maybe we should ask Matthew Collar if he follows the Wild and
that's an idea.
Look at this guy. I mean, we could. I mean, he loves sports, so he's got to be. He's got to have a take on it.
Some take on it.
That's a great question, Ben. We're going to lead off with that.
Okay.
That is, of course, Matthew Collar, who's joining us, Purple Insider from the Minnesota Vikings. He's following the Vikings. He's also an author. He's going to be joining us right after the break. You know what? Let's get out early so we can get in and get that question to him. He's going to be joining us by phone right after the break. The man with 2 first names, Brendan Eric, take it away.
Cale Makar has signed the largest extension in NHL history. The 8-year deal carries a $20.4 million AAV, $163.2 million in total. The Jays are back on the diamond tonight as they open a series against the Mariners. Dylan Cease toes the rubber for Toronto, while Emerson Hancock is on the bump for Seattle. First pitch, just under an hour at 5:15. Elsewhere around the majors, the Angels take on the Tigers. Washington welcomes Miami. Tampa sees San Diego. CFL Week 13 gets rolling tonight with the Montreal Alouettes in Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers. Dustin Nielson will have the call with kickoff set for 6:30. And down in Calgary, Stampeders have ruled out Vernon Adams Jr. for tomorrow's matchup against the Ticats. That game kicks off at 1 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area for over 30 years. Windsor Plywood has doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Matthew Collar joining the show after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Marshall Ferguson, CFL on TSN.
I mean, heck, guys, I was covering the Philpott Bowl last week. During the pregame introductions, they're like, number 85, Jalen Philpott, and the crowd popped. Like, with my headset on, and I took my headset off, I'm like, oh my God, did they just actually, lose their minds in a pregame introduction? That never happens in the CFL. So, homegrown heroes, to me, the Alouettes have probably got 2 of the top 5 when it comes to Tyson and Davis Alexander right now. It's just the reality.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Ready Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense. At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Celebrate 50 years of the Toronto Blue Jays with Sentinel Storage. Enter for your chance to win the ultimate Jays collection of memorabilia. Visit bluejays.com/Sentinel Storage contest to enter and see full contest rules. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret, unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Welcome back on a beautiful Friday afternoon, right here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Benny Thomson on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. A reminder, you can hit us up at the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox at 780-218-9999 because you might have some questions about our next guest who is joining us courtesy the Oil Country Towing Hotline, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. And with that, we welcome Matthew Caller, who covers the Vikings at Purple Insider. Welcome to the show, Matthew. How you doing?
Oh, I am absolutely ready for the preseason to be over. Even though they've cut it down to 3 games, 3 is still about too many. But once it's over, then we start to find out who gets cut, and then moves start to happen around the league. So it'll be interesting. But I could really use some real football right now.
Can't we all? I mean, It is taxing to see players that you might never have heard of playing against other players that you haven't heard of that probably aren't going to make these rosters anyways. Bring on the real stuff. We've got a hockey question for you. I think we're going to do it right at the end. Okay, Benny? So. Just because there's been some news that have come up. Obviously, hey, look, we're in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Hockey is everything. But Minnesota, hockey means a lot there. So we've got a question about Quinn Hughes. That'll just tease that one for you there, Matthew. But you are an author. You wrote a book called Football is a Numbers Game. I wanted to start there. What made you want to write a book?
Oh, yeah. I mean, so one was there was this little worldwide pandemic that was going on, and I was kind of bored. So that was kind of the start of it, was trying to figure out, what am I going to do with my time while I'm locked in the house? But, the main thing was what I started to see. I've always been fascinated by data, by analytics, and what I started to see was NFL teams really applying those analytics all the time. We saw in the Super Bowl in 2017, the Philadelphia Eagles going for it in fourth down all the time. And then fourth down percentages went up by a ton. And then you started to see teams making better in-game decisions, then, making better decisions about positional value with how much they spend their money. And PFF, Pro Football Focus was really at the center of that with their data. And so I wanted to find out where it came from. And it ended up being kind of a crazy journey of finding out, just how much really goes on behind the scenes, that every single play, every single game plan is now impacted by data, which, was certainly not the case probably even 10 years ago. And then really as teams adopted it, started to understand, how they could use it and be a lot more efficient. So, chronicling that journey of PFF coming from pretty much like a random guy in England who just decided that he wanted to know a lot more about football. And then he ends up starting this company that is now used by all 32 teams. I mean, it's pretty crazy to find out, but a really fun project to do.
Well, that sounds very interesting. It's called Football is a Numbers Game. I'm sure you can find that online. We were joined by Matthew Caller, who covers the Vikings at Purple Insider. Look, I think one of the biggest stories coming out of Vikings camp, at least up here, was the quarterback battle. And there's been other teams that have been having a quarterback battle as well. But was there a moment or a stretch of practices where you felt the quarterback competition shifted towards Kyler Murray?
Yeah, I mean, from the very beginning, I'm sure you guys talked about it, heard about it, like, well, is this a real quarterback competition or is this just kind of like for show? And it definitely wasn't just for show because J.J. McCarthy got a lot of reps. I mean, he really overall at the end of the day took about 50% of the total pass attempts in training camp until they named Kyler Murray the starter. So we can't say that it was no kind of competition, but I think we all had the sense that, Kyler Murray has a career where he's had multiple seasons as a top 15 quarterback in the league, and he's had some down ones as well. But J.J. McCarthy's 10 games last year were as bad as we've ever seen from a first-round draft pick. And we're talking about a guy getting to play with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and, a really good team. So there was always the idea that he would have to do a ton in order to make it interesting. And then as the days went by, it just became pretty clear that there's a reason why Kyler Murray was the number one overall pick. There's a reason why he's had success previously in his career, because he's an accurate quarterback. He gets through his reads quickly. He can throw the ball really well. And McCarthy is still struggling with the same stuff that he struggled with really for the entirety of the time he's been a Minnesota Viking. Timing, accuracy, some of the stuff that you saw in the preseason game where he had 2 overthrown wide open touchdown attempts. It's like, yep, that's kind of the stuff that throwing the football, I don't think is something that you just sort of snap your fingers and fix when it comes to accuracy. I think it's going to take multiple years for J.J. McCarthy, and that was still evident. So as the days went by, the gap continued to grow. Like, put it like this, like if they were playing 18 holes of golf, Murray's playing par golf, and here's J.J. McCarthy doing okay on some holes and then double bogeying other holes. And it was just clear that if you're going to maximize this team, which I think is pretty strong from top to bottom, you need the veteran quarterback in order to do that.
Okay, I like that. Now, where does this leave J.J. McCarthy? I mean, you said it, the 2024 10th overall pick out of Michigan. Is he still what the Vikings, inside that head office would view as their future at the quarterback position?
Yeah, I don't think there's any way you can look at it that way. I mean, we don't know if they're considering trading him at the end of this thing. I mean, the fact that he's even going to play tonight, or at least that's the plan, to play him tonight, is pretty telling. Like, you don't start a quarterback that you care that much about in the third preseason game. I mean, we just have seen all sorts of third stringers and fourth stringers getting starts. So is it a showcase situation where it's time to move on? And I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that there's a great reason to do that. Like, if he's your number 2 or number 3 quarterback, okay, well, he knows your system and he does have talent to potentially go in there and win you a couple games if Kyler Murray were to get hurt. But in terms of, like, is there any signs that he could still be their franchise quarterback? I would say no. It's, the preseason performance was, I would say, I mean, probably a D- for his first 2 preseason games. Overall in practice, not a whole lot of changes. He also got hurt again, which has been a major issue. And even though he only had to miss 1 series, it's still another injury of which he's had a bunch. So how could you even trust someone to be able to protect themselves if you were going to make them your franchise quarterback? It would take a lot happening behind the scenes, and maybe a Murray injury and him being forced in and then playing really, really well. Like, it's not that there's no scenario. It's just that when you draft somebody 10th overall and they are benched by this point, and maybe not even QB2, we don't know. The odds go down very, very low for them ever being your starting quarterback again.
Matthew Collar joining us on the Oil Country Towing Hotline, talking all things Vikings. Matthew, I want to ask you about to shift a little bit to the running backs. It's slotted right now as Aaron Jones as the RB1, but you have Jordan Mason right behind him. Is there a chance that Jordan Mason can take over the RB1 position, or is this a job that maybe is done by committee? Just to tell us a little bit about the running back room there.
Are you asking me because you have a fantasy draft coming up?
I do have one coming up. I do, and I'll give you some intel as well. I have the 9th pick in a dynasty draft here. It's just starting, and there's 3 keepers, and Jefferson might fall to me. So I'm really hoping you're giving me some light into what they got over there, because I was considering some running backs from there as well.
Yeah, okay. I thought so.
Yeah.
Every fantasy podcast has wanted to ask me about how many carries Jordan Mason's going to get this year. One thing that I can say is that there is a very serious commitment by the Minnesota Vikings to run the ball this summer. This is the most effort that they've put into it by 50 miles that we've seen from Kevin O'Connell. And one of the things they did was they hired the former Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator who worked under Mike McDaniel. They always had really, really good and creative run games. They drafted a fullback. They drafted a running back. They've kept their offensive line together. Like, they did a lot to change things schematically. They had way more, I think, running reps than they ever have before, and it looks a little more organized than it did before. They also hired a new offensive line coach, so there's a lot going on there, and I think that the guy who could benefit the most is Jordan Mason. We have probably reached a point in Aaron Jones' career where it's just not possible for him to even take 50% of the load. I think he could still play, and I also think that Kevin O'Connell really respects the heck out of Aaron Jones and believes in him for third downs and pass blocking and catching the ball out of the backfield. But Mason is averaging almost 5 yards per carry for his career. Like, he's been a really good player. So can he master some of those details of the pass protection, catching the ball out of the backfield? I think those are still kind of questions because he's never really been that RB1 for a long period of time. But if there's going to be a guy who breaks out and ends up with a ton of work, it probably is going to be Jordan Mason. I think he's had a very, very strong camp.
Matthew, I wanted to ask you, Justin Jefferson has never had a quarterback that is as mobile as Kyler Murray. Does his mobility and an ability to extend plays create more opportunities for big shots for Justin Jefferson?
I think it does. I also think that his accuracy and touch on the football, I mean, when you look at some of the numbers from Arizona, there are signs that he's been a very accurate quarterback, whether it's on the move or really from the pocket. And that is the thing that probably surprised me the most about Kyler Murray during this entire training camp. I can only remember a handful of times where he even tried to scramble and make plays out of the pocket. I think that's stuff that comes naturally to him in games, but kind of speaks to his effort to try to win from the pocket like Kevin O'Connell wants him to do. And I was looking at this the other night that in 2024, he dropped back to pass 600 times and he only scrambled 40. So, I mean, he does have that playmaking. He wants to keep his eyes downfield. But I also think in this offense, they don't want too much of that. It's like if something goes really, really wrong and there's a free rusher, a free blitzer that they didn't pick up, then yes, Kyler, please, bail out. But, the offense is really predicated a lot on timing, which I think he and Jefferson have been very, very good at. And some of the deep shots downfield have shown us that. And I think that Kyler has been absolutely thrilled to have Justin Jefferson and not some of the receivers in Arizona. So I don't know how much it will change things. I mean, I do think they're going to have to practice the scramble drill a lot more than they did when Kirk Cousins was here. But I also think that I wouldn't be surprised if Kyler does make more of a concerted effort than he ever has before to play within the offense, because that's really what's going to determine his future. I mean, if he it just sort of scrambles around and makes it up and so forth. And even if they win some games, I think that's going to frustrate O'Connell. But if he proves he can win from the pocket, which he has in stretches at times in his career, but not really for his entire seasons, I think, especially with these receivers, then he's got a chance to be their longer-term quarterback. So it was very clear that that was an emphasis during training camp.
Matthew, I have one more for you. Then I'm going to have Benny here ask you a hockey question, if you don't mind. But my question pertains to Harrison Smith, 14-year vet. Where does things stand with him, and do you expect him to play this year?
Yeah, so I was pretty convinced that he was not going to play. And then the other day, Kevin O'Connell says, well, yeah, we've been talking, and kind of made it sound like he's begging him to come back. And the Vikings defense has been awesome during this training camp. They had joint practices with Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, and honestly destroyed the Ravens in those joint practices. Their offense really couldn't do anything, which is not shocking for the Vikings because they've been so good. But I think when you feel close, when you feel like, there's this one position that you're just a little short in, and there's a Hall of Famer who could come back and play for you, or a Hall of Fame talent. I mean, it's clear that they want him back. But Harrison has always said, every year when he comes back, we kind of ask him why, and he's always said it's because he would do, workouts and see if he was still fast enough, see if he could still play at this high of a level. If he's reached the point where he feels like he can't, then he won't come back. And I also think he's not the type to be like leaking to any media or anything else like that. Like, I might do it, I might not do it, or having a workout, every couple weeks like Aaron Donald with the Rams. I think, he wants to keep it low profile. I would not be shocked at all if he returned. But I also think last year he ended on such a high note that I wonder if he's got it in the back of his mind. Like, you don't want to come back and then get hurt, or come back and then have things go sideways. So I wondered if he would maybe wait to see how the first few weeks of the season play out for the team. And then, hey, they're 4-0, or hey, they're 6-1. Maybe I could go chase a Super Bowl and they want me back. But it doesn't seem like it's imminent, although I guess I should never be surprised by the Vikings.
Well, as you're saying that, I'm thinking in my mind, 14-year vet. I wonder if he just, you know what, guys, why don't we wait till we're further down the road in training camp, and then I'm going to formally make my decision right before the regular season starts. I mean, it wouldn't be surprised if he just said, look, I don't want to do this training camp stuff. Let's just get into the games, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, the players stay in like a hotel and stuff. And I mean, he's not only a grown man, he's an old man. So he doesn't need to be doing all that stuff. And also, he does not need to learn the defense. Like, he could coach the defense if he needed to. So, yeah, that ran through my mind as well, that like nothing would surprise me when it comes to this. And maybe they would say, all right, he's coming back, but he's not going to be able to actually play for the first couple weeks or something like that. I do wonder, I mean, for somebody who's 37, could you play 17 games and be healthy by the end for the playoffs? I mean, that's a lot to ask. So, yeah, maybe there's a plan there. The fact that he has not retired always leaves the door open for the possibility he could come back.
Matthew, I'll wrap up with this final question here. I don't know how much you follow, the Minnesota Wild there, but they are, it is the state of hockey. We just saw an extension come down just a few hours ago, or maybe less than an hour ago. Cale Makar signed for $20.4 million over an 8-year extension. And we've been discussing on this show, what does that mean for probably the second, or if not the best defenseman in the NHL, and Quinn Hughes over there in Minnesota, because he's up for an extension. Do you follow along with what Quinn Hughes got going on in the Wild? And if you do, what's your latest take on that?
I am pretty familiar with the ice game, here in Minnesota. Yeah, well, here's what I think is 20.5 will be the number that they start with for Quinn Hughes. I mean, really, he was a revelation for them last year. And watching him, I mean, I was obviously familiar with his game and how good he was, but the fit here was just incredible. The fit with the organization, the fit with the coaching staff, the fit with his teammates. And when you have a guy who dominates the puck the way that he does, that controls the power play, I mean, it's a cheat code. How many guys, even just historically, like Drew Doughty and Nicholas Lidstrom and guys like that, like how many guys ever can control the puck like that? I can't say that there's that many. So when you get one of those guys, you do not let them go.
Well, Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that pans out, but I think you're absolutely right. The asking number now is $20.5 million.
Yep. See me one up.
Or at least 20.45. You know, it's got to be something.
It's got to be
a bump.
something. Yeah, it's got to be something.
All right, Matthew, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to join us. Look, I know personally 5 different close friends of mine that are Vikings fans. So where can people find out more? Where can people follow you and hear more about Purple Insider?
Yeah, 2 ways. The podcast is Purple Insider, shockingly. And if you just Google that, you can find it, whatever, iTunes, YouTube, all that. And there is a newsletter, purpleinsider.football, which would be the other way to get it.
Gosh darn, a good old-fashioned newsletter. I like what you're doing there, Matthew.
It's been great. It's honestly been great. I used to work in sports radio, like you fellas, and it was a good time. But then I, not by my own choosing, but I went to the solo route and started the newsletter and the podcast, and the team continued to credential me and all that. And it's honestly been really, really fun to build my own things. It's been great.
Well, that's good to hear. A little backstory about Edmonton Sports Talk. This was born out of a group of guys that used to work at TSN 1260, and you used to be on that station, actually, because the fella I was talking to about when trying to book you for today was Matthew Awanek, who gave me your number, and he said that you actually reached out when TSN 1260 shut down, and that meant a lot to him.
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, no, for sure. Because I made a bunch of appearances. I used to joke with my wife that I was huge in Canada. You know, when metal bands used to be big in Japan or whatever. I'm huge in Canada. They love me. So that's why, does this guy know any hockey? I probably did hockey stuff because where I started my career was Buffalo. Oh. So yes, I know a lot about the hockey game. But that was where I started my career, was actually covering the American Hockey League was the first thing that I did. Shout out to the Rochester Americans.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oilers just got a goalie from Rochester, Devin Levi. Look, so look at that.
How many degrees of separation? Yep. Matthew, this was great. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll catch up with you later in the season.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, guys.
All right, that was Matthew Caller, covers the Vikings for Purple Insider, joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. All right, we've got buying or selling coming up next. We're going to finish off the week of Oilers facets.
Yeah.
And talk about Benny's projected starting lineup at the forward group for the season opener. Vancouver, who is in Benny's, we'll say top 6.
Yep.
Okay, because that's the one under the most speculation. And then at the top of the hour, you've heard him here. You've heard him on TSN for CFL on TSN. Dustin Nielson will join us as well. But first, Brendan Eric.
Cale Makar has signed the largest extension in NHL history. The 8-year deal carries a $20.4 million AAV, $163.2 million in total. The Jays are back on the diamond tonight as they open a series against the Mariners. Dylan Cease towing the rubber for the Jays. Emerson Hancock on the bump for Seattle. First pitch shortly at 5:15. Elsewhere around the majors, the Guardians look to get some revenge for them Jays against the Royals. The Mets get the Astros, and a classic in the Bronx as the Bo Sox are in town. CFL Week 13 gets rolling tonight with the Montreal Alouettes in Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers. Dustin Nielson will have the call with kickoff set for 6:30. In Calgary, the Stampeders have ruled out Vernon Adams Jr. for tomorrow's matchup against the Ticats. That game kicks off at 1 p.m. And the second round of the Tour Championship has come to a close from Eastlake Golf Club. Ryan Gerard and Victor Hovland are tied at 10 under for the clubhouse lead. Round 3 tees off just before 10 tomorrow morning. This sports update is brought to you by The Ranch. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. That's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com to book a tee time tomorrow. Buying or selling comes up to you after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Carter O'Donnell was on. Every single player has said in their own way, but nearly the same thing, the same sentiment that like this team is not only good on the field, but they connect with each other off the field, which can help a lot.
When your teammates are also your friends and you really care for their success as much as yours, it brings more heart and more motivation to win.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Wednesdays just got saucier at Mr. Mike's. It's Wing Wednesday, every Wednesday from 4 p.m. till close. Get 10 wings for just $10 or go big with the Wings and Frings platter for $19.98. Wash it all down with $7 steins of Antler Ale or Bighorn Lager because wings were never meant to fly solo. Add fries, onion rings, or lodge chips for $4.99 because wings deserve a wingman. Great wings, cold beer, Wednesdays done right. Dine in only at participating Mr. Mike's locations. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally, enjoy casually.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The second half is yours. Bring the energy and walk in your seat with our new 5-game season pass, because the best way to experience Elks football is being there when it happens. For every tackle, every catch, every touchdown. Plus, every pass comes with a $25 voucher, so you're covered before you even take your seat. Half season, full energy. Get your season pass at goelks.com. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year.
Welcome back to Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. This is the Reid Wilkins Show, taking you home on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Beautiful. Benny is vibing, ladies and gentlemen. Benny is feeling it right now. Off camera to his right, camera left. What you're not seeing is a giant piece of, what do you call that? Black Forest cake.
Shout out Hernan. Happy birthday,
Shout out
buddy.
Hernan's birthday. Shout out Dusty. Dusty will love to know that you're eating that cake.
Yeah.
He's got a lake weekend ahead of him.
I do, man.
And things are looking all up for Ben.
Oh, this has been. Yeah.
I'm excited for you. Those are, we don't get to do it as much, but when me and my boys do get together, it is magical.
Yeah.
It is awesome, especially at a lake. You can kind of let your hair down.
Yeah.
Whatever hair I have left. And just vibe.
Last year we had 12 of us guys out there, and there's a basketball court like down the road. There's a baseball diamond down the road, and we had a gigantic. We split us up into teams and just had a gigantic day of sports.
Friends games.
Like
buddy
just,
games.
We played baseball, played a game of basketball. I won MVP in basketball. Not a big deal. I was hot that day. And then all the drinking games around it. It was like maybe top 3 favorite day of mine of all time.
Really? Well, I'm excited for you. I really am, because now's the time of your life to take advantage of those, because they won't always be there. A reminder, you are watching us from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Turn up the heat this August at the Canadian Brewhouse with our wing flavor of the month. It is the bourbon peach, smooth bourbon and sweet peach. These are fire roasted chicken wings. You're going to want to check them out. You got a couple days left. Get them while they're hot for a limited time. That is at the Canadian Brewhouse. Okay, a reminder, we've got Dustin Nielson coming up at 5. We're going to talk some Esties at 5:20. And then we're going to go home with the words of the day. But first, it's time for buying or selling for Damon Bunting Real Estate, who has been a consistent top producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 17 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out on DamonBunting.com or the Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. Again, we were at the Damon Bunting Charity Classic on location yesterday, of which now in its 9th annual year, I golfed in the first one ever. I golfed in actually the first 3.
Really?
Yes. In my former life, we had a furniture store that would help, that would sponsor. Now I'm doing it in a totally different role, and it's very strange, but it's very cool to be there because Damon, over the 9 years, and has raised, as well as all the golfers and sponsors that were there, has raised over $200,000 for Robin Hood Association, which helps people with disabilities, and they are located in Strathcona County. A wonderful program. So kudos to Damon Bunting, just salt of the earth guy, and a great friend of Edmonton Sports Talk. Benny, we've been going through the Edmonton Oilers all week.
Yeah.
We did coaching, management, goaltending, defense. Now it's time to look at the forwards, and lo and behold, there's been some news that has happened this week. And we didn't plan on having the forwards last. I just thought, save the best for last kind of thing, right? It's always the most anticipated group. But there's going to be some changes to this lineup on opening night as Matt Savoy, amongst other players, but we're talking forwards here. So Matt Savoy will not participate in training camp. That would make one assume. Now, I know you should never assume, but I don't think Matt Savoy is going to be there for opening night.
No.
And by all accounts, from what we've heard from Elliot Friedman, this may go on till the end of October and potentially even longer. Okay. So Matt Savoy, where would have you slotted him in? Would he have been? I think he's on your top line.
Top line, Zach Hyman, Connor McDavid. That's my top line.
Okay, so Benny, is it as simple as I'm thinking? Savoy, Howard, Savoy. Is it as simple as plugging Ike Howard into that top spot?
Well, yes, but I do think there's another guy that I wouldn't be surprised is getting a first line look. I wouldn't be surprised. So for me, like the top 6, like I think they'll start the year now, especially with the Savoy injury. Podkolzin and Dry and Captain on the second line. I think that's the way they'll start next year.
Do you think Nuge is going to move up there?
I think. I guess that is a good point.
I mean, he's veteran. He's got experience on that line.
There are 3 guys that I think could fit in on that top line with Hyman.
And who would you say is the one you're most confident in filling the void left by Matthew Savoy?
It's going to be Nuge. Nuge, I think Nuge will.
It's like comfort food.
It is. It's like, Kate. You know what you're doing.
You know what you're getting.
You know they have good chemistry. Kate, just let that happen. But if they're willing to kind of try something different, and if they want to put Nuge on his own third line and let him pair with Dickinson, I personally think there's 3 guys I think that would fit that top line spot. Nuge, Howard, of course, and I think they might give another look to Trent Frederick.
No,
I think they will.
Really?
Yeah. The way that Stan Bowman has talked all summer has been.
But this is a Mike Babcock coach team.
Correct. But when talking about losing Chris Knobloch or letting him go, basically, I'm paraphrasing, Stan Bowman was like, Chris Knobloch did not give the guys the right opportunity here in Edmonton. He did not. So, and that to me was Stan Bowman didn't want to take ownership for his bad move in bringing in Trent Frederick. Chris Knobloch took that player that Stan Bowman brought in, started him in the top 6 last year, did not fit there. And then from then, Chris Knobloch was like, I can't use this guy. This guy's useless for my team. I'm not playing him. And where Stan Bowman's going, I brought him and you were not playing him in the proper minutes. And I think there was that fight. And I think that's one of the reasons why Chris Knobloch was fired. I think that with Mike Babcock here, I think Stan Bowman's going to get in his ear a little bit. We've known that there are sometimes there's some pride decisions being made. That's as to why Josh Brown started 2 years ago in the playoffs. They brought in Josh Brown to play game 1 because it was a pride decision. It was like, this is our guy. We brought him in. Let's play him. Didn't work out. I think in this situation here, I think Stan Bowman's going to talk to Knobloch or to Babcock and go, Frederick was our guy. He wants a fresh start. Trent Frederick was on Oilers Now last week, I believe, talking about how he kind of lost himself last year lost his role completely.
Which is understandable.
That's what had to have happened in order to see the season we saw from him.
Well, and Benny, I mean, they're athletes, sure, they're elite athletes, but they're still humans. There's still a human element to what they go through, and they're not Iron Man. They can't just deflect everything. Some of these, they know when they're underperforming. Trust me. They know that. They hear the noise.
Yep.
They can say they don't read it all you want, but they hear the noise. They know the noise is there.
Yep.
So I'm not surprised to hear Trent Frederick do that, but Trent Frederick had a chance at the number one line to start.
He did.
And that's when, Oilers fans were saying, okay, wow, they're really, okay, this is why they signed him to such a long deal. And it totally fell on its face. And Trent Frederick's going to have a hell of a training camp and turn a lot of heads. And
I'd be so here
to end
for
up on the first line.
I'd be so here for it.
If it's warranted, Benny, of course, it would be a godsend.
Yes, because they have 7 more years left of his $3.85 million, which isn't like the worst cap hit. It's just that term's ridiculous and the no move.
Now, Poop Stain says Nuge is playing with Dickinson this year, and yes, that would
totally
be the ideal spot for Nuge
for sure.
On a third line role with Dickinson and Kapanen, that is where Nuge should be. However, given the news, and I saw a note in the chat, and sorry, but I glossed over it, that Matt Savoy had an off-season training injury. We don't know the extent of it. We don't know what it is exactly, but there's been reports out that he will not be back in the lineup till the end of October.
Yes.
That's what we know.
Yep.
Now, we've speculated possibly longer, just given the Oilers' injury history of past years. They generally don't. They have rarely come back sooner.
I can talk about this a little bit more now since there's been more tweets about it. By the way, I don't know if you saw there was more tweets about what actually happened. Yes, cartilage was removed from his knee. I'll say it, cartilage was removed from his knee. He had surgery on it. It was a gym accident and fell and he landed on it weird, and that's what led to it. So and it sounds like
a meniscus, something like that,
maybe something like that or whatever it was. From my understanding, it was cartilage removed from his knee, and the timeline that Rashad tweeted out of being back late October, is pretty bang on for him. Stan Bowman, I believe, spoke. I didn't see where, but Stan Bowman, I believe, spoke and said that they expect Savoy to come back before Anderson. So Anderson could maybe creep into November. We could also be seeing Savoy in early October. I think they're wanting to be careful with both guys, but Savoy's their young guy that they're I think they're trying to groom into a first line player for them, a guy that is kind of the next wave of secondary scoring. Because ideally, in the Oilers' mind, you're wanting to keep Draisaitl, you're wanting to keep McDavid, and if they want to keep winning cups here, a guy like Savoy is going to have to step in and become the new Zach Hyman when Father Time starts to hit him, right? Which we could see this year. So I think they want to be really careful. And so if I had to guess, I think that's why they're being cautious with him. But yeah, so he had surgery, and he'll be. It sounds like he'll be back sometime in October.
Does this at all put? The Oilers have had slow starts the past. We looked at it on the Hangout. In the past 3-4 years, they've been sub 500 or at 500 coming out of the first 10 games. Given the schedule that they have, is it imperative for this team, given all the changes that have happened here with the new coaching staff, some new roster players moving out Darnell Nurse, is it imperative for them to get off to a faster start?
Yes, because the past couple of years it's been tough. And listen, they have a very favorable schedule to start.
I don't know, Benny. I've got my doubts. I really do.
Just because it's the Oilers.
Just because it is.
I think Mike Babcock has his hands all over this, man. I don't think he's a guy that. I'm not saying there's gonna be no problems for the Oilers this year, but
so sure he has his hands all over it. Is whether or not that's a great thing or not.
The coach bump, man.
Yeah. Okay.
The coach bump. You're starting off the season with a home and home against the Canucks, then the Kraken, then you got a Ducks team that, in my opinion, took a step back. San Jose Sharks, a team on the rise. Kings, meh. Mammoth, good team. Wild, good team. Hurricanes, good team. Like that's things start to pick up then. But the first, what is that? 6 games of the season, you're playing one team that, in my opinion, should make playoffs this year, maybe 2.
Okay,
it's a good start.
Seeing a lot of pods. I saw a comment. Pod should be on the top line. That's Vasily Podkolzin.
I like
Vasily
him too much with
Podkolzin is a
Draisaitl.
Draisaitl whisperer.
Yeah,
I mean, those
I
two
like
are
him
too
too much with
dynamic
Draisaitl.
together. So I don't think you can split that line up. Ike Howard might, it depends how things go. It depends how things go in the preseason, which is a shortened preseason. Right. So, I mean, it's going to be go time here very fast.
I like the comment from Max Mizuzu in the Nash chat saying, actually, whoever is there with McDavid and Hyman needs to play F3, and I don't think that's Howard or Frederick. That's a very good point. And I think that's why probably Nuge will start there.
It makes sense, at least for the start of the season.
The smart defensive mind.
It's a more responsible
forward, the responsible guy. That is a Nuge role.
And if you're talking about a coach like Mike Babcock who appreciates that style of player, he might have already made that decision.
And that's why Savoy even fit in well there too, because Savoy's a really good defensive forward. He's like I've talked about this all the time. Like growing up, he was a guy that was ridiculously talented and didn't have to play defense. Like the goal was to get the puck to Matt Savoy and he will go and score. That was the goal. And then that was the case all through growing up. In junior, he was a special talent. But I really believe that year he had in Bakersfield, he realized he's like, if I want to be a for sure NHL player, I need to round out my game. And so he played every situation, PK, power play, 20 minutes a night out in Bakersfield, and really worked on that defensive side of the game. And so when he comes to camp last year, I think surprised Chris Knoblauch with how good he was. Not just offensively, that took a little bit more time throughout the year, but defensively he was a well trusted guy. So I hope that's the case for this year for him as well. And I think Babcock will see that when he sees him when Savoy gets healthy here.
All right, we're at the top of the hour. A reminder coming up after the break. We've got the CEO of Dustin Nielson. The CEO of Edmonton Sports Talk. He probably is the CEO of his own life as well, and voice of the CFL on TSN Friday Night Football, coming to you live from Princess Auto Stadium. Dustin Nielson will join us, and then we're going to get into the Esties. We're going to talk about the most committed AM nasty, and we'll finish up the week with words of the day. First, we're going to hear from our partners and Brendan Eric.
Two guys and a goalie.
What was your favorite thing about doing two guys and a goalie?
You know what? My favorite thing was just hanging out with you guys. And I'll say that. That's
Cash, you're going to make me cry.
No, but it's true. It's true. It's just, it was, as I said before, you're hanging out with friends, you're having fun, you're talking about sports, you're meeting people where they're at, and through some crazy time, just always brought me joy.
Two Guys and a Goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Celebrate 50 years of the Toronto Blue Jays with Sentinel Storage. Enter for your chance to win the ultimate Jays collection of memorabilia. Visit bluejays.com/Sentinel Storage contest to enter and see full contest rules. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including country music legend Lori Morgan, September 4th.
Except for Monday, which was
She's a Grammy nominee and a CMA Award winner with over a dozen top 10 hits. Lori Morgan live at the River Cree September 4th. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Back to school? Really?
Yay! Really. As things settle back into a school routine in your home, you may need extra space. Sentinel Storage is here to help with a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Cale Makar has signed the largest extension in NHL history. The 8-year deal carries a $20.4 million AAV, $163.2 million in total. The Jays are back on the diamond tonight as they open a series against the Mariners. Dylan Cease toes the rubber for Toronto, while Emerson Hancock for Seattle. First pitch in about 10 minutes at 5:15. Elsewhere around the majors, the Guardians look to get some revenge for them Jays against the Royals. The Mets get the Astros, and a classic in the Bronx as the Bo Sox are in town. Week 13 of the CFL gets rolling tonight as the Montreal Alouettes are in Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers. Dustin Nielson will have the call. Kickoff set for 6:30. And in Calgary, the Stampeders have ruled out Vernon Adams Jr. for tomorrow's matchup against the Ticats. That game kicks off at 1 o'clock. And over to the world of golf. The second round of the Tour Championship has come to a close from the East Lake Golf Club. Ryan Gerard and Victor Hovland are tied at 10 under for the clubhouse lead. Round 3 tees off just before 10 tomorrow morning. My name is Brendan Eric. You're up to date. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. This has been an action-packed show. Had Matthew Collar on, covers the Vikings with Purple Insider. It's an interesting name.
Yeah. It's cool.
Brought us up to speed on the Quinn Hughes extension, or lack thereof. We will be joined momentarily by Dustin Nielson, who's joining us from Princess Auto Stadium. He's in the big booth tonight with Luke Wilson calling Friday Night Football as the Montreal Alouettes head to Winnipeg. I look, Montreal, what they're doing. Do you know this is the first game Davis Alexander has started against Winnipeg?
Really?
Yeah, the other two games that they've played, like it just makes you be reminded that Davis Alexander is a beast.
Mm-hmm.
He's the real deal. And what he's doing with Tyson Philpott and Tyler Snead is just impressive. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The Grey Cup, I believe, runs through Montreal.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
It's theirs to lose.
However, I don't mind the matchup that this presents tonight. I'm really excited to see what Winnipeg brings. What version of Winnipeg, what version of the Blue Bombers do we see tonight? Do you see the first half Winnipeg Blue Bombers that put up over 301 net yards?
That was ridiculous
against the Edmonton Elks and held the Elks to 130 net yards? Or do you see the second half Elks or Bombers? That had 18 yards of total offense.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, if the second half Bombers show up to play in Montreal, just wrap up.
Don't even start the game.
Don't even start the game.
Let's talk quickly while we're in Winnipeg. Let's talk about Connor Hellebuyck. I don't know why, but this whole situation really, it sours me.
Yeah, I know. Hey, like
now I understand this is the way these things go. And hey, you know what? Connor Hellebuyck did the Winnipeg Jets a real solid by opening up some of the teams that were on his no movement clause. And to me, I'm thinking, wait a minute. This is the same Connor Hellebuyck that's under contract till 2031.
Yep.
And has a boat anchor beside his contract right now, and then has a no move change clause. And you're saying, oh no, Connor's helping this team out by wanting to open up some teams so he can be traded and get out of his contractual obligations with your club.
I feel like if you ask for a trade out, being the player, with that boat anchor, wash it.
Yeah,
right.
I totally agree.
I mean, last year at trade deadline, Colton Parayko was asked by the St. Louis Blues to waive his no move. He said no.
And Darnell Nurse, same thing.
Right?
Right? And if you're going to be a good guy, give you 3 teams. Give you 5 teams. Give you 1 team. But if you're Connor Hellebuyck, you're Dylan Larkin, you come to the team and say, "Hey, I want out."
Yes.
That gets washed.
Yep.
You don't. You go where you go now.
Yep.
You want out so bad? See you later.
But
I agree.
I mean, and I think that should be something that is ratified in the next CBA.
The players would hate that.
I know, but the players have the owners and the organizations by the short and they have them, and it just that to me, like, okay, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I look at the NFL. If you stink, hit the bricks. You're out.
Yeah.
That's why all these contracts and hey, change the way contracts are structured in the NHL. I don't care. But if I want to cut a certain player at a certain time because they're not living up to their contract value, see ya.
See you later.
Why do you think all these NFL contracts are now heavy bonus, heavy guaranteed money laden contracts? Right? But it protects your game. It protects the integrity of your game. Like, this is a laughing stock to me. It does.
The Connor Hellebuyck situation?
Yes.
Yeah, I get it for sure. But for me though, like I agree the rule 100% should be a thing, but it's in Winnipeg's situation it's like, what do you want them to do? Like, are they just gonna? Like,
I know, but then saying, oh well, if Winnipeg doesn't work and play with Connor Hellebuyck, then they're gonna have a sour taste in their mouth, and they're not gonna be able to sign any UFAs or down the road. It's really handcuffing this organization.
It totally is. It totally is. That's why I'm totally down to switch the rule. But
we'll continue this conversation. We are joined now by, I don't know if you've heard of this man. He's the voice of CFL on TSN Friday Night Football. This is Dustin Nielson joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Dustin Nielson, thanks for checking in with the boys here at Edmonton Sports Talk. How are you doing today?
Oh, muted.
There
you go.
Am I muted?
There you go. You're good. You're good now. You're good.
I'm good now? Okay. All right. I was just going to say, before we get started, I heard Benny talk about how he's a basketball MVP. And I have to say, after watching your guys' show yesterday, the rest of your buddies must really suck, Benny.
No, Dusty. I got hot for one day. Okay, that's all.
Okay.
They were calling me Jokic. That's what. That's
wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. So you're a big, tall, semi-fat guy.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Dusty, we got to. I know you're calling football. We're going to get into that, but we got to talk about this Cale Makar deal that came through. 20.4 AAV. I mean, does this? How surprised are you with that deal? Do you think now this sets the bar for Quinn Hughes at 20.5 in Minnesota? Should he stay? Should he choose to stay there?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't surprised by it. I mean, pretty much every time now one of these top elite guys come in, they're going to set the new high, right? So it was his time. I'm sure within 5 years there'll be 6 to 10 guys making more than this in the league. Quinn Hughes is interesting though. Like I think Quinn Hughes would probably take 20.5, but it's not going to be on 8 years. It's not going to be on 7 years. Like I think Quinn Hughes wants to take a 3-year deal, line things up with his brother, and then they're both unrestricted free agents at the same time and go do whatever they want, right? So it doesn't make things any easier for Minnesota. But if you're Minnesota, I mean, you had to see this coming. There's no way Minnesota's looking at it and going, oh, wow, we're screwed now. I mean, They had to know that was coming when they went out and got Quinn Hughes. So we'll see how that deal sorts out. That one I think is good. I mean, Cale Makar's deal was pretty easy. As much term and as much money as you can probably give a guy. The Quinn Hughes one might be a little bit more difficult to get done.
I know you got to get to the game. You're calling the game with Luke Wilson, Friday Night Football. Montreal comes into Winnipeg, comes into Princess Auto Stadium. Look, is Davis Alexander the front runner right now in your mind for the MOP in the CFL?
Yeah, I mean, he has to be. Nothing against what Cody's doing for Edmonton or anybody else anywhere else in the league. But like this guy is 20-1 in his career. He has one loss. It was against Edmonton. He's never lost against his own division. I tweeted this stat out today, which I thought was rather incredible. He's only been sacked 8 times this year, and he has 8 300-yard passing games. So it's more likely, it's like the same odds that he'll throw for 300 than he'll get sacked once, which is just says a lot about what Montreal's doing on their offensive line. So, and that's the other thing with the offensive line that Montreal has. Like Travis Tice has been the best running back in the league over the last 6 weeks. He's averaging over 100 yards per game over the last 6 weeks. He's over 7 yards a carry over the last 6 weeks. So their offensive line is outstanding. I mean, they get what they want when they run the ball, and they simply don't allow anybody to get at Davis. And when they do, I mean, he's got the ability to make plays on the run, right? So Yeah, it's gonna be a tough test for the Bombers tonight, boys.
Well, I mean, but you saw that Bombers team and what they did in the first half against Edmonton at Commonwealth last weekend. I mean, if that Bombers team that played in the first half put up over 300 net yards against the Edmonton Elks, staunch defense, if that team shows up in the first half, can the Winnipeg Blue Bombers upset?
I mean, if they get two halves like that, I mean, I guess it's possible they could upset if they get the crowd here behind them early. I mean, they are at home. They've won 3 in a row against Montreal, but that's not this year's Montreal Alouettes. And to be fair, it's not this year's Winnipeg Blue Bombers either. So they're going to need Brady Oliveira to have a big game. And Brady's been pretty good. He's got 100 yards or more in 3 of his last 4 games, and he's averaging 7.1 yards per carry over his last 4 games. So, I mean, I prefer a game where there's a ton of fireworks through the air, but both of these running backs have been extremely successful recently, at least. So, I mean, if Winnipeg's going to win, it's pretty easy. Keep Davis Alexander off the field.
Sure.
If you're going to keep Davis Alexander off the field, then you're going to have to control the game, running the ball, and like some short area stuff with Tim White and Nick Dembski. Those 2 guys are probably a couple of the best receivers in the league at that short area stuff. So if they can keep Zach upright, which could be a problem, the Bombers allow a lot of sacks. If they can keep Zach upright, they should be able to, at least make it interesting, I'm hoping.
Well, Jay's play of the day was Winnipeg plus 7.5 and the over 60.5. So I'm a little bullish on the Winnipeg. I think Winnipeg can keep it a little tighter.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's a game script that I like, buddy. Okay. Over 60.5 points in a close game, we'll take it. That's good. That's good
Dusty,
news.
Today, are you at the stadium right now? Are you at Princess Auto Stadium?
Yeah, I'm at the stadium right now. I was just kind of hiding around a corner.
Okay.
That's the broadcast booth right there. That's the whole crew.
Oh wow,
they're in there. They're in there prepping right now.
So it's been a bit of a day here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Some crazy things have happened. Do you know that Trev came in with the late contender for EST Song of the Year?
My vote. It's getting my vote.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear this?
Do you want to hear it?
Okay, we're going to play it for you right now.
I would like to hear it.
This is what did he call it? Stan Bowman?
It's just Stan.
Oh, Stan. Okay, you ready? All right.
Okay.
Me that it's not so bad, it's even worse. Dear Stan, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my trade suggestions, draft picks, and cab numbers at the bottom. I sent 2 tweets back in autumn, but you must not have got them. There probably was a problem with your algorithm or something. Sometimes the type handle's too sloppy when I jot them. But anyways, man, what's been up? How's the roster? We need a right-handed forward, man. We just really gotta. If I have another season without a top 4 shutdown guy, I'm a loser. I heard about your cap space too. I'm sorry. I had a friend buy a jersey who got traded right after. I know you hear this every day, but you're a crappy GM. I even watched a press conference where you laid out the plan. I got a room full of your worst trades and draft picks, man. I hated what you did in Chicago too. That stuff was crap. Anyway, I hope you get this, man. Hit me back, just to chat. Truly yours. Your smallest fan, this is also Stan.
Wow.
I mean,
Man,
what a
where
banger.
Did that come from? Where did that come from?
They played it on the oil stream. They said if they got to 100 likes, Trev would drop it today. I don't know where it came from, but it is the real Trev Shady in the house dropping bars. I mean, is that a contender right away for Song
hilarious.
of the Year?
I mean, you'll get that late buzz here now.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple other bangers that he would have to overcome. But I have to tell you, man, that's pretty hilarious. He told me the other day, he mentioned on the air, he's like, I'm kind of working on something from a rap. But I never even thought of it. He never told me anything else. He just sort of mentioned it on the air briefly. That's pretty funny, actually. That's pretty well done. And that's him, right? Like, yeah, he didn't do that live though, right? Like
No.
He had a I was like, man, did he do that live on the oil stream? That's live performance of the year right there. If he would have done that live,
he had it like loaded, ready to go, and he was just like teasing it everywhere. And apparently, he showed Hernan before oil stream, and Hernan's like, "We have to play this, man. Like, what are you doing?" And he's like, "All right,
that's very funny, very well done, nice work, Trev."
Dusty, we'll let you go. I know you got obligations there for pregame. Thanks for hopping on with us, big fella. Be safe. Have a great call. We'll all be tuning in.
Hey, Benny, thanks for eating some of that cake.
I just had a slice.
Finished.
I literally just had a slice. I literally just did.
Did you get a guy a birthday cake and he doesn't have any slices?
What the hell? Well, yeah, never again.
What are you going to do? Controversy. All right, okay, we'll see you guys later.
Thanks, Dusty. All right, that was Dustin Nielson checking in, courtesy the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as you and your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. I could tell that Dustin was legitimately taken aback by Trev's version of Stan. I mean, is there a second chord or a second
No,
verse?
it's just that one verse.
All right, let's play it out while we go to break. We've got the Estes conversation coming up, but we got to hear a little bit more of this before we go out.
It's not so bad.
This is awesome.
It's even worse. Dear Stan, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my trade suggestions, draft picks, and cab numbers at the bottom. I sent 2 tweets back in autumn, but you must not have got them. There probably was a problem with your algorithm.
Like, he does such a good voice.
Sometimes the type handle's too sloppy when I jot them. But anyways, man, what's been up? How's the roster?
What's been
We
up?
need a right-handed
All right,
forward,
we'll be
man.
right back
We
after the
really
break.
got
Brett and
it.
Eric, take it
We'll
away.
have another season without-
Cale Makar has signed the largest extension in NHL history. The 8-year deal carries a $20.4 million AAV, $163.2 million in total. The Jays are back on the diamond tonight as they open the series against the Mariners. Dylan Cease towing the rubber for Toronto, while Emerson Hancock takes the bump for Seattle. Currently, the Mariners lead in the top of the first, 2 outs, 1-0 is the difference. Elsewhere around the majors, the Guardians look to get some revenge for them Jays against the Royals. The Mets get the Astros, and a classic in the Bronx as the Bo Sox are in town. Week 13 of the CFL gets rolling tonight as the Montreal Alouettes are in Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers. Dustin Nielson will have the call with kickoff set for 6:30. And the second round of the Tour Championship has come to a close from the East Lake Golf Club. Ryan Gerard and Victor Hovland are tied at 10 under for the clubhouse lead. Round 3 tees off just before 10 tomorrow morning. This sports update is brought to you by the Elks. It doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff. Get your single game tickets today and be there for every hit, catch, and touchdown. Lock in your seats at goelks.com/tickets. The Estes conversation continues after the break. My name is Brennan Eric, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
This is bad news. It's not good. Oilers forwards Matthias Janmark, Matt Savoy, along with defenseman Alec Regula and goaltender Freddie Anderson will not participate in next month's training camp. You know, there's some positive ways you could look at this. Devin Levi, does he get in there? And then all of a sudden, does he steal the crease from Tristan Jarry? Does Ike Howard, does he get to the top 6?
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
One moment, you're driving to work. The next, you're facing serious injuries, mounting paperwork, and insurance companies focused on their bottom line. That's where you want Rick Mallett and the team at Hammer Injury Law on your side. For more than 35 years, Rick has helped injured Albertans stand up to insurance companies and pursue the compensation they deserve, with no legal fees unless your case is successful. Serious injuries need the Hammer. Call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
What's that number again?
1-855-98-HAMMER. Or learn more at hammerinjurylaw.ca.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Ready to raise the stakes? At Play Alberta, bigger bets and buy-ins are now available for nearly all live dealer games. From blackjack to baccarat, your favorite tables are waiting to deal you in. Whether you're kicking back at home or looking for some fun on the go, now's your chance to enhance your Play Alberta experience with new elevated stakes. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend, the sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going, rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on, always, all day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. My name's Jay Milne, alongside guest co-host Benny Thomson. Reid Wilkins was off last week. He's off this week. But the Return of the King happens Monday, August 31st. That's next Monday. A reminder, portions of this hour are brought to you by Commonwealth Stadium. The Foo Fighters Take Cover Tour 2026 with the Queens of the Stone Age coming up September 17th. You can visit edmonton.ca/attractions for more details on that. And then a Luke Combs tour. My Kind of Saturday Night Tour 2027. Now, this is amazing. Luke Combs featuring 20 Oak Revival, Avery Anna, Shenandoah. Are they taking us back to the church on Cumberland Road? Shenandoah? Are you kidding me? Let's go. Saturday, May 29th. My goodness. Luke Combs, big draw. I heard a little rumor last night.
Oh, a little rumor.
I heard a little rumski. The Commonwealth Stadium's going to be buzzing next year.
For
concerts. Luke Combs is one of many coming up to the concrete castle of the North.
Are they ever going to do those upgrades there?
What upgrades, Brundon?
Did they not propose upgrades?
Oh, I think they did, where they glassed in some of it.
Some of it.
I think the feasibility study came back as
no bueno.
No bueno.
Well, and then didn't look like there was much movement, so
yeah,
I kind of figured.
You know what? I gotta say, I was at Post Malone the same night you were.
Yep.
Was it awful moving around there?
It wasn't that bad.
Like it was. I got in and out of there. I mean, it wasn't
as sold out as
what was there? Probably 45,000,
something like that. Yeah, probably.
But it wasn't. I wasn't.
I've
like,
heard.
Oh my gosh, this is jam packed.
I heard Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen.
I was going to say Luke Combs. The last time he was here, we got some tickets.
Yeah, and it was you couldn't move.
It was a disaster.
Yeah.
Trying to grab a beer, going to the washroom, anything.
Yeah.
Like, it was just
they did
mess.
open those other and actually like people don't use those as much as they should. The concessions that are off the sides of the building, the east and west side, those roundabout concessions.
Yeah.
I go in there all the time. The Jackie Parker room, like you can get all your stuff there. So, but that being said, huge concerts coming to Commonwealth next year. Other than Luke Combs, you heard it here first. All right, let's get into the SDs presented by Mr. Mike's. Coming up Tuesday, September 15th at the Varscona Theater. Wednesday's just got saucier at Mr. Mike's. It's Wing Wednesday. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. till close. Get 10 wings for just $10. Or go big with the Wings and Frings platter for $19.98. Dine in only. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally. Enjoy casually. So today we're talking about the most committed AM nasty.
There's a lot of them.
I'm going to look at this through a different lens. Because there are a couple nasties that travel from afar for certain events.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I think it's John Ashton.
Oh, yeah.
Comes from Winnipeg.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yep.
Okay. Our very own VR Montenegro, who moved to Nipawin.
Yep.
He has come back. He's bought I believe him and Ginger have reserved their tickets to the Esties.
Yeah.
I'm going to look forward to that. That's become a yearly tradition where I drive them to Hudson's after the show.
Well, you won't need to this year.
I know. We'll walk over.
Walk over.
You know what we should do? We should start spreading the word that we're going to do an EST walkover from the Varscona
All
to
one
Hudson's,
group.
and we take over and we just shut down White Ave.
Can we go streaking like Will Ferrell and Old School?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Where's everybody else? Oh, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming.
That's hilarious. I hadn't watched Old School until the first time. I think it was the week before you got hired here.
Okay.
And I talked about it on the air, like about how like I was doing this show, filling it for Reid, and they were giving me old movies to go watch. And I went to my buddy's place that night, and we threw on Old School. So now I understand the Old School like references and everything. We're going streaking.
Yeah.
That's such a good movie. Such a good movie.
I think we should do the walk because remember at the World Cup they would meet the voyageurs would meet and they'd walk over from Vancouver or Toronto and they'd take the 15 block walk and totally we should do that with it.
Shut it down.
And have like smoke bombs and it's like a block and a half. just like the police are called.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, who the hell are these idiots?
It's the nasties.
They're actually dressed nice too, but they're acting like hooligans.
Yeah.
Most committed AM nasty. Yeah. I'm thinking like distance, like CJ in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
She came to the golf tournament.
Yes.
Now, she's back visiting her parents, I believe, during the summer. But I mean, distance gotta mean something.
Gotta play a role in this,
right? RC and Ladner. RC and Ladner came to the Elks game with his son Callum.
Mm-hmm.
They visited us at the Commonwealth Stadium Rec Center post-game show.
Yep.
I thought that was nice.
Yeah. Supersized Indiana Jones, a march to Hudson's.
Yes. Why not?
The march to Hudson's.
And I want smoke bombs.
Yeah.
And I want vuvuzelas. And I want flags. And confetti. Let's make asses of ourselves.
Sounds like we're protesting something.
Well, yeah, it's our right to protest. And they've got that weird crosswalk that you don't see everywhere, but in high traffic areas, the one that goes.
Oh, I love that.
Sideways, front ways,
everywhere.
And we're just gonna
take over.
walk through it,
just take it over,
just littering everywhere. Oh, it's EST.
Don't worry.
HR Daddy gets a bill for the street cleanup.
Oh boy.
Oh, what a memory it would be.
It'd be awesome.
BR Montenegro says, "Damn, glue guy, I bought you a chauffeur's cap this year." Yeah, it was fun. I wasn't drinking, so I drove over there.
The
to
whole
Hudson from
glue crew is going to be there, correct?
This year, yeah. So April and the girls are going to. So I would imagine that day I'll get dropped off.
Yeah.
They'll bring me in for the show, go home, get ready, and then the glue crew will be there on the red carpet. I can't wait. But it does suck because I do want them to think their dad's cool, which means it'd be cooler if dad won an award, but I'm sticking to it. I am the Susan Lucci of EST. Don't vote for me. Vote for my kids. There.
What?
Yeah. Maybe they can give me some sort of a participation award.
Best dad at EST.
Best dad? I don't even know. Gatry's got older kids.
Yeah.
HR Daddy's probably the best dad.
Probably. Yeah.
Right.
Gotta be.
Yeah, I'm so excited for if you haven't been to the Estes and you're coming for the first time, like you're in for a treat.
Yeah,
it's funny because it was Matt Cassian of Two Guys and a Goalie. He brought his wife, I believe last year, and it was her first time in attendance, and she didn't get it.
Yeah.
She, I understand if you're not like fortunately for me, we're a sports family.
Yeah.
So my wife and kids like to tune into the shows. And truthfully, they want to see dad after school or whatever. So that's cool. But she didn't understand the nasties and all this hoopla. And
that would be shocking to walk into blind.
Yeah, it is. But then she came and she said, "Oh my gosh, like this is incredible."
Yeah.
And we've had partners of ours that, like the GCL Diesel guys, who've been with us a long time. But Cam, his second in command there is a guy. Well, his brother is obviously, but Michael is a guy that's part of that company. He brought Michael to the golf tournament, and Michael came up to me after and he put his hand on my shoulder. He says, "Jay, I get it now.
Yeah.
I didn't get it before.
Yeah,
I get it now.
Yeah,
like it
was the same thing. I brought one of my best friends to the Nasty Bash. And his dad's a big listener, and he listens. He has some podcasts and stuff. But I brought him to the Nasty Bash, and after we'd done the announcements for the program that we were gonna do and all that stuff, he comes up to me after and like he goes like, I need a handle. I need to text in. Like I'm genuinely a fan now. I get it. I understand like what you mean by like how it's just like such a big fan base. It's just diehard. I know, man. It's crazy. So it's crazy what like attending one of our events will do is just like, whoa. It's like we have some diehard nasties and we love it.
Scott in a hotel balcony in Beaumont says, I got off my balcony once and made the long trek into the city, big city, to get my t-shirt once. That's a pretty devoted nasty.
There you go.
There you go. That's true. Norman at Combine says Garth was nuts.
Oh, I'd imagine. Yeah. RC and Ladder in the Nest chat. We'll take another road trip anytime.
That was awesome. It was. I still got that picture coming for you, RC. I haven't forgot about it. So we'll get that over to you at some point. Yeah, I mean, look, this is a prestigious award, I think. The most committed AM nasty. And truthfully, because I'm not on location, like when Matt and I did the Green and Gold kickoff show from, say, like Selly's Sports Bar,
yeah.
Then you would see who would come. Like Ken Caster 1990 would come and watch a lot of games with us. Tube Socks would come and watch a lot of games with us. That was always fun. Now I think you'd have to give a lot of lend an ear to Lieutenant Eric.
Yes.
Lend an ear this year to Reid Wilkins, who's now going to be doing the away games on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre and post game show.
Yes.
Those are the people that see. I mean, the Wear What You Win crew, they should all get a trophy.
Oh yeah, that would be.
But it does get it does get given to one. Yeah,
yeah. There's always a crew following us. It's awesome.
I mean, everybody deserves this. Everybody deserves trophies. All of our listeners do. They're all.
Who won last year?
I think Big Uke.
Was it Big Uke?
Big Uke had a big year last year.
He did.
I think he's won 38 Estes already.
Yeah. One more. How many? Like 38 Estes. That's 38 more.
38 more than me.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah,
we gotta get you one, man.
Don't worry.
We do.
Did you hear about the beer heist?
The beer heist.
There was a beer heist, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news, Brennan.
Oh, jeez.
Beer
Nothing
heist?
like.
Yeah. Montclair, California, a truck carrying an estimated 40,000 pounds.
I love this.
Of Pabst Blue Ribbon was stolen in Montclair.
Dang it!
What may be the biggest beer heist ever.
Beat me to it.
The stolen truck was loaded with what is equivalent to more than 50,000 cans of Pabst Blue Ribbon.
They're set for life, man.
Now, Pabst Blue Ribbon is one of these companies that you look at and you say, okay, you guys get it. Because here's what Pabst Blue Ribbon posted on their Instagram page.
Yeah, this is all kinds of opportunity.
Yeah, they said stolen 40,000 pounds of beer to the thief. ... We don't fault you for wanting to brag to your friends how much PBR you have. We just wish you obtained it in the honorable way. Pabst is officially starting the clock now. You have officially exactly 18 days and 44 minutes to return our truck. No questions asked. Leading up to that time, we will be offering a reward to anyone who can help us solve this mystery. P.S. This is real and we are deadly serious.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, and they've got a picture of a Pabst Blue Ribbon truck, like, you know, the ones that have Pabst all around it. And it says stolen, help us find our missing truck full of beers. And then in asterisk, photo not of actual truck because we can't find that one. Like, they're really leaning into this.
That's awesome.
I think it's fantastic. I would imagine what happened is that the person didn't know they stole that.
Yeah,
they just
probably.
stole a truck.
A truck.
And
Yeah,
now
totally.
they're screwed and stuck with all this because they also doubled down on it and they later posted on Instagram, the beer is getting warmer. The trail is getting colder. So well done to Pabst Blue
That's
Ribbon.
funny.
Do you know why Pabst has a blue ribbon on it?
No.
At the World Fair in Chicago, which is where Pabst Blue Ribbon originated, I believe, I may be getting some of this quasi wrong, but they were awarded the world's #1 beer at the World Fair.
Wow.
And it was awarded with a blue ribbon
No kidding.
on the
Really?
bottle. Yeah. So then they said, okay, we're just going to own this and say we're the world champion beer. Because on the can somewhere, I believe it does say something to the effect of world champion beer still to this day.
Yeah.
And this was in like the mid 1900s. Yeah,
Speaking of crazy things that are happening through social media and stuff, I don't know if you've seen this. The guy that's faking to be a receiver for the 49ers.
Jay was all over that today.
Oh, were you?
Dude, it is crazy.
Insane, man.
So he's faking to be a player for the San Francisco 49ers. Okay.
Full blown Instagram account with like videos of him like practicing in 49ers gear.
So this is 35-year-old Dejan Love and his accomplice 18-year-old Taylor Chan. They've defrauded more than 26
different women
of approximately $1.3 million.
That's $50,000 per woman.
So they've been arrested on the conspiracy to commit wire fraud as well as wire fraud in Boise, Idaho. These two losers, Dejan Love would pretend he's a San Francisco 49er. His accomplice Taylor would pretend that he's Dejan's money guy. So Dejan would go and make a connection with a lady
on dating apps and or bars or whatever.
Hook up. And then he'd gain their trust and he'd say, hey, look, my money guy, and they'd create fake accounts. They'd create fake images, fake charts. They look at this money he's making me. Hey, if you got 20 grand, I'll give it to my guy. We won't charge you anything. There'll be no commission because you're with me. It's part of my account. Okay, here's my wire.
Yeah.
See you later. Never talking to you again. How does this happen?
First of all, 26 different. What are we doing here? Second of all, you got to give at least a little bit of credit to the bit.
That's a great.
Like if you go look at his Instagram, man, like it is like there's no like it is hilarious how dedicated this guy was to doing it.
I just wonder what
there's a real commitment here.
Where do you live? Like, how do you?
But he bought himself.
Sleep at
he
night?
bought himself a cake of his jersey, a 49ers jersey with his last name on it.
I got to look this guy
And he's
up.
posting it, acted like some girl got it for him. Like this guy's a full-blown psycho.
Oh, you think? Dejan Love, there he is.
Dejan Love, cake.
And he's got San Francisco gear. Like any San Francisco 49er would ever wear San Francisco 49er gear at the beach. Or outside, anywhere outside of the practice facility. They wouldn't. They would never wear that. Here's this guy's wearing it on like downtown.
How do you
showing up to random soccer
come up
fields.
with this? How do you come up with this? How do you like sit there and go, this is what I'm going to do and do it?
I see a meme here. Breaking, San Francisco 49ers have released Dejan Love.
But even the trial and error, like think about your first victim to your 26th. So like, what we learn, what do we got to improve?
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
He's got a whole data-driven.
Seriously.
Let's go back and look at the game tape. Where did we go wrong? What can we improve on?
Yeah, that's his studying of film. Is
$1.3 million.
That's insane.
That's insane. Like, how do you come up with that scheme?
The conversations leading up to the first one, even.
Yeah. How did maybe that was okay. I could probably guess how that started. He was at a bar one night and he was trying to pull some girl, and you throw the classic, oh, I'm actually a 49ers receiver. It locks up the deal, gets her home, and then next morning they wake up and he's talking money. He goes and realizes maybe he could try to scam this girl out of some money, and figured out, did it, and he goes, oh, maybe I should do this more often. That's my guess of what happened. And so then 25 women after that caught that same deal, which is horrible. Same time, just he had that down though. There were like, for a guy that, like, it's so easy to search up film if a guy's actually a receiver or not. He had a whole story talking about how he was undrafted.
That's the thing, like Google.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Google is name.
Like, I saw some guy looking at it saying like there's not a single video he could find of any tape of him playing a single snap of football at any level.
Talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, say, hey, this guy, Dejan Love, wants me to give him $50,000. Do you think I should do it? I says, pardon?
Yeah, who?
Huh? Who? What? Google.
Who?
No,
and
honey.
AI even.
Not Jordan Love? No, Dejan Love.
Somebody did talk to somebody because this jackass is going to be in jail for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is that his accomplice, Taylor Chan, was his money guy, is 18 years old. Like, you don't think you'd see the damn picture on LinkedIn and think, how the hell is this guy, like, worth a grain of salt? He's 18.
Managing
what,
NFL money.
Doogie Howser?
Good point.
Managing an NFL player's money? Use common sense.
You did make a very good point here. I don't think he was targeting girls with master degrees. That's
Yep.
That is a point, I guess.
I mean, and like Gil in 2026. How the hell did they not Google him? I agree.
Yeah.
Norm from the Combine Crew does make a point because it would be interesting. We were talking about the SD category of most committed AM nasty. The Combine Crew, although albeit not always together, they get out to a lot of stuff.
Yes, they do.
But could you imagine if they got the Combine Crew got
an award
as
just for the crew? I like
cool,
that.
Right?
Oh, I really like that.
Like you wouldn't need 5 different trophies. They would hold that in their family.
It's on the dining room table.
Well, yeah, that could go on the mantle above the fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it goes in Norm's bedroom.
True.
Maybe it goes in Norm's bathroom. I don't know.
Do they share it? Do they
have
each person get a
day?
They
have custody rights?
Yeah. Yes.
Knowing that family, they would.
Yes.
We love that family. We love the Combine Crew. They're wonderful people. Everybody is. That's the thing. This thing is so fun to talk about these things. All right, that was interesting. That was a discussion. I'm glad we got to that. Sometimes it's fun just to take a breath
Twitter and saw that. Like, oh my
on
God,
a Friday afternoon, right? All right, we're gonna be back. This is a Bootski who I was worried about because up till about 10 minutes ago I didn't have words for the slang edition.
Oh really?
Slang edition number 5. This is your chance to go 12 for 12.
12 for 12, baby.
On the slang. That is coming up right after the break. But first, let's hear from Brendan.
Cale Makar has signed the largest extension in NHL history. The 8-year deal carries a $20.4 million AAV, $163.2 million in total. The Jays are back on the diamond as they open a series against the Mariners. In the top of the second, they lead 3-1. Almost back to the bat. Cease has 2 outs in the 2-2 count. Elsewhere around the league, in the top of the 5th, the Dodgers tied with the Tigers 0-0. Bottom of the 3rd, Nats leading the Marlins 2-1, and the Rays 1-0 over San Diego. Week 13 of the CFL gets rolling tonight with the Montreal Alouettes in Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers. Dustin Nielson will have the call with kickoff set for 6:30. And the second round of the Tour Championship has come to a close from the East Lake Golf Club. Ryan Gerard and Victor Hovland are tied at 10 under for the clubhouse lead. Round 3 tees off just before 10 tomorrow morning. The boys are back with word of the day after the break. My name is Brendan Eric, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Yes, Dan, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my trade suggestions, draft picks, and cab numbers at the bottom. I sent 2 tweets back in autumn, but you must not have got them. There probably was a problem with your algorithm or something. Sometimes the type handle's too sloppy when I jot them. But anyways, man, what's been up? How's the roster? We need a right-handed forward, man. We just really gotta.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including country music legend Lori Morgan, September 4th.
Except for Monday, which was...
She's a Grammy nominee and a CMA Award winner with over a dozen top 10 hits.
Part of no, don't you want...
Lori Morgan live at the River Cree, September 4th. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it. Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Welcome back for the final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Myself alongside Ben Thomson, Brendan Eric, working the ones and twos. Look, Benny, this was a pleasure to work with you this week.
Pleasure working with you.
Reid Wilkins will be back in that chair on Monday. I loved it. We had a blast. I love the way that you prep. I love the way you do everything that makes you so good here. So thanks for riding along shotgun with me, buddy. You make my job a hell of a lot easier. Thankfully. Now we're gonna see where we can finish off. Brendan, let's see where we finish off. No, just kidding. You did a great job too, buddy.
I see.
You know I love you.
Yeah, we even got a little thing Coop was all upset about, our little arm lock.
Because Coop is that we have handshakes with him and he doesn't. No,
well, if Coop wants to present something, I'm all ears. I'm a free agent with Coop.
Yeah, free agent.
It would take so long.
It would take
for him to
forever,
explain.
and then he'd explain.
We'll get there. Baby steps. All right, you have a chance now to go 12 for 12 on the words of the day. This is a Bootski special for Benny slang term edition number 5.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
All right, so Bootski has been providing slang terms for Benny, being that he is a young man of 23 years. First word of the day, huzz. What? Huzz.
H-U-Z-Z.
What'd you say?
H-U-Z-Z.
Thank you. None of this ZZ crap.
Sorry, whatever.
You say Z or Z, Brendan?
I think I say both.
Yeah, I do alternate.
Yeah.
I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's not going to make or break my day, but we say Z in Canada.
Okay. Huzz means it's like the attractive girl. That's you're going for. Do you know what?
2 for 2. No.
Do you know what the slang? Well,
I've been wondering because every time I'm walking through the mall with the kids, I hear, "Oh, look at that huzz! Look at that huzz!"
Oh, that's not good.
And I'm thinking to me, I'm like,
that's
man,
not good.
People have crushes on me.
Well,
no, that's towards me, Ben.
Towards you.
Yes.
Well, still,
okay. How can you tell I made up that story? Move on. Yeah. Next word.
Well, do you know what the playoff of huzz is? Like what the main root word is?
No.
It's also a gardening tool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rhymes with mow.
Yes.
All right. Second word of the day. My daughters just text me, huzz. Thanks Thanks for watching, girls.
It's like the children's version of saying the root word.
I'll see you in 45 minutes. All right. Second word of the day. Flounce.
Oh. I don't know.
Oh, no.
I don't know that one. Let's see if I can get it. FLOUNCE.
Yeah, there you go. 3 for 3. Now, to make this a perfect week with the slang, could Benny...
I don't think I've
Okay,
ever heard
because
this.
you've done so well, I'm going to give you the sentence at no penalty.
Okay.
After profanely declaring the group to be toxic, she flounced away, never to appear there again.
Oh. Is it like to ghost someone? Or to like ditch people in a way? Okay, maybe I have heard that.
Flounce, to leave an online group, forum, or chat in a dramatic attention-seeking way.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're giving it to you, Benny.
Okay, yeah,
that was rock star stuff.
I see that.
All right, this was fun. Thank you very much. Don't forget, we got the VIP Golf Show coming up on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. right here with Murray McCourt. And Brendan Eric, you're going to be... do you know what's going up on there or what's happening?
I got an email. I didn't look at it. It's mighty
Stuff.
unfortunate.
Golf. Golf.
As Matty Iwanek would say. Golf.
The second last episode of the VIP Golf Show of this golf season. So catch Brendan Eric. He will be working the ones and twos for Murray McCourt right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. On behalf of myself, Ben Thomson, and Brendan Eric, have a great weekend. We'll chat to you Monday. Take care.